Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man.
Turtle gang!
Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss.
Make sure you like this video.
They wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
I'm back again like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving. Don't give a I don't care. Did the by my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share. Get him, I got him, I told him it's nothing. In the discussion, for the feelings I throw all my pain on percussion. It's disgusting. I hear them bragging about that they did, and it do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the soil, but swear that you on my spot at the feast.
What's
I've been
good?
on go mode, show mode, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift store, old drip. New money, too funny, old shorty talk about
Oh shit!
I'm on they now, can't get a pass now. I'm a cash cow, keeping it brash now. It's trash now, I'm a spaz out. I've been killing my lows and living on highs. You see in the skies the proof. You can just see in my eyes that there is no lies. I cannot disguise the truth. I've been duck dog getting in my new merch, colored duck sauce on the new couch with my Chucks on. Get the on with that hate. I'm big cool on the small chat, cause I know now that I'm all that. Got a hawk guy on the ball cat. Get the out of my face.
Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head.
Definitely hit that like
Lately I've
button
been
if you come
living like
in.
I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
What is up, my beautiful turtles? It is good to see each and every one of you in the room. If you're just tuning in, make sure you like the damn video. Okay, we got more missing people. Not good news today, okay? A little bit crazy. The rapper Big Smo, okay? Some of you might not know who he is. Look him up. He's pretty big on YouTube. He's a country southern rapper. Goes by the name of Big Smo. Used to be a heavier set guy. He's lost a lot of weight. But anyway, his daughter came up missing last night. Every parent's biggest fear, their kid goes missing. Okay, now this is not a little kid. This is an adult. She is 19 years old. She was last seen at a Taco Bell. Okay, so apparently we're supposed to move in with her daddy. They go to help her move, and she's nowhere to be found. Okay, so they start searching. They go out looking in parking garages, clubs. Maybe she went out because it was 1:30 in the morning and she was last seen at a Taco Bell. So anyway, we're going to pull up some of the videos from Big Smo talking about his missing daughter so we can get the word out on his missing daughter, what she looks like, what she's driving, those types of things. So if you're in the Tennessee area, you know, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, anywhere in these bordering states, okay, pay close attention to what's going on because this girl is missing. Now, she is an adult, right? There's really no signs right now of teen foul play, okay? So she could have just ran off, but it's not like her. So it's a little scary, the situation. You know, it's pretty urgent. So let me jump into this video from Big Smo. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up for you guys. Let me get the volume right. All right, let's do this. And this is, like I said, every father's nightmare.
We're go back on the road and looking for Atlantica this morning. We've been a couple different counties already, following a couple of different leads, and we still haven't found any luck. Had any luck. We're following up on a couple of more leads. If anybody has any information, please continue to send information here to my Facebook messages. I'm checking them constantly and following up on all leads. So as of right now, we still have.
I did reach out to Big Smo and send him a message. I said, hey man, you need some help? Send me some information. I'll head that way tonight. Look, more eyes out there, more people looking, the better. You know, is how I look at it. She is an adult, but if this man is this concerned, okay, that he's out hunting, something is wrong. This is out of the normal for his daughter, okay? You know, like I said, she was out late at night. She would last seen, he has video surveillance of her leaving her house, her apartment. He has video surveillance of her at the Taco Bell, leaving around 1:30ish. So this was a young lady out in the middle of the night by herself. You know, hopefully there's a guy and she's met some dude and she's hanging out with some guy and that's it. It'd be the best thing, you know. But right now, I don't think Big Smo thinks that.
Located Lanica. We're doing everything that we can. We're waiting on law enforcement to give us their update. The timeline still sits as it was, and we're following leads. So anybody that has any information, please share it with us. Continue to share the missing persons flyer that we have in rotation, and yeah, just all eyes open for Lanica. We're out looking for her.
And I'll pull her picture up for you guys in just a second.
Keep your eyes peeled, and if you're helping us look for her, thank you. And if you're posting, thank you. And just like I said before, I'm very grateful and thankful for all of y'all helping. Let's keep doing that until we locate this kid and get her back home safe. So that's the update right now. We have pinged her phone. We have
Where did it ping?
tried to track her car. If it's an imaginable circumstance that we could follow through with to find her, I think someone's even turned this over to a psychic. So we've covered everything that's possibly imaginable. I appreciate everyone suggesting multiple things to do. We followed those leads and have continued to try everything. We've shared with people who.
Big Smo's daughter, for people that are just tuning in. This is Big Smo. I know he don't look that big, okay? He's lost a little bit of weight, but this is Big Smo. Big Smo's daughter has went missing. So she was last seen in a Taco Bell. He's been on a hunt for her. So we just want to get the word out there to everybody on YouTube. You know, if you see this girl, let her know, you know, that her father's trying to contact her, okay? Right now, we don't know if something bad has happened. She's ran off, but apparently this ain't like her, okay? So these people are not just concerned if they thought it was just, you know, she met some dude and she's ran off for a couple days. This ain't like this girl at all to come up missing like this. And she was supposed to move in with her father, okay? So something is going on, and just praying for this guy. Start your prayers, you know, that this girl has just, you know, met some dude and she's hanging out.
Who have asked us to share with certain organizations. Law enforcement in Tennessee is definitely aware, and she is listed as a missing person, so it's very real. It's been over 24 hours now, so we're very
so she is
desperate.
She is listed as a missing person, so if you see her, you can notify the authorities, okay? So the authorities have her listed now as a missing person. When I first heard it, I don't think she was listed as a missing person yet.
To find her, and thankful for your help. So I'll keep y'all posted on any updates as we go through the day. So thank you.
Okay, so like I said, she's 6'3" and 250. She has red hair. You give me 1 second and we will pull up her images and things of that nature. I think there's another video where Big Smo talks about it a little bit, and I want to play that for you guys, so y'all get a concept of what is going on. Y'all know she's missing, but this is what he knows of what's going on.
So, long day, as most of y'all can imagine. We still haven't found Lanica. She's definitely, she's reported as a missing person. And just bring y'all up to speed. If anybody doesn't know the details, the timeline I have on her is she turned her phone off at like 1:06 a.m. So we've pinged her phone. A lot of people have asked, have you pinged her phone? We pinged her.
Yeah, she's a plus size woman. She has reddish hair. Okay, pretty girl, really pretty girl. 19 years old. She was in a silver, like, I'm not for sure if it was a Toyota or a Pathfinder, something of that nature, little SUV. So I'll let Smo go over everything, and then, you know, we'll discuss it. And if you got information, guys, reach out to Big Smo. Like he said, he's going over his Facebook constantly, right? Especially for people that in Tennessee. If this girl just ran off, let this father know, right? Because, you know, it looks like it's breaking his heart. You know, like I said, if something bad has happened and they need more people out there searching, Dolly go. That's what I'm building right now, is that trailer, that truck, that ATV, that type of stuff, just for things just like this, okay? Just to help people just like Smo, all right? I wish I had it all together now. I'd already be on my way. But I don't. But if I have to go down there and just search by vehicle and help any way I can, I'm willing to do that.
Her phone. It was at her apartment when she turned it off. I have her on surveillance camera at her apartment at 1:11, leaving her apartment with her phone off. So the ping was at her apartment. That was the last ping. Her phone's been off ever since. She pulled out of her apartment at 1:11.
I'll put a picture up. Don't worry.
This is in Shelbyville, Tennessee. And then at 1:46, I have her leaving the Taco Bell in Shelbyville drive-through. They've provided us with the surveillance footage. I have her leaving Taco Bell drive-through and then turning right out of Taco Bell, heading north up Highway 231 towards Murfreesboro. We've been in Murfreesboro for the past few hours looking at the clubs and bars and hotels and wherever we could go.
That is her.
Haven't seen her car.
That's the vehicle.
We did get a lead that she was at Whiskey Dick's last night in Murfreesboro. So we went there and spoke to the people there. We're waiting to get
her vehicle
surveillance footage from them. All of the Middle Tennessee police departments are on top of this. I don't know if she has her AirPods on her. I don't know. She left her apartment with no phone charger. She left her laptop. I don't know what she was.
It's a Nissan Pathfinder.
I don't know what she was.
I knew it was something like that.
Trying to do. This is the missing. I know it's probably backwards or whatever on my phone. This is the poster that we have. I'll post it in the comments below. She's 19 years old. She's 6'3". She's 250 pounds. Yes, she's a big girl. And I know some people have said no one's going to snatch her up willingly, but you have to understand she's still a kid.
All right, hold on, guys.
Kid. She's a very big kid. She's 19 going on 16.
What happened? Why did my page shrink? All right, hold on a second, guys. I'm just trying to get all this fixed.
She's a very sweet, lovable girl. Last seen leaving Shelbyville Taco Bell drive-thru at 1:46 a.m., headed north on Highway 231 towards Murfreesboro, and a champagne silver 2002 Nissan Pathfinder. No luggage rack on top. No tinted windows and no stickers. It's a very plain Pathfinder. So no luck finding her. Her phone's still off. I have access to her bank account. No transactions. None of that. All I have is a whole lot of people helping me try to find my daughter here on Facebook, and I cannot thank y'all enough. Very thankful to have a big support group in the entertainment world that we live and work in. Very thankful for everybody sharing this information. I never would have imagined me waking up this morning to move my daughter back into our house, and then this is where we wind up with our day. So just continue to share. I'm probably not going to post again tonight. I'm exhausted. I'm going to have to get some rest because I'm going to have to continue this tomorrow. But you know, it's nighttime. It's Saturday night. Spread the word for me. She's out there somewhere. Somebody knows where she's at. And again, I just want to thank everybody for being helpful and with your ideas on how to find her. And we're trying everything. Anything that you could imagine could be done, we are doing it. And we're doing it twice. We're doing it thrice. Like, we're doing it. So keep sharing the information. Like I said, I'm gonna post the missing person's poster in the comments. Thank you to. I mean, there's people that I really fuck with that's helping me, and then there's some people that are helping me that I wouldn't have expected to help me. So the love is unconditional. I know everybody, when it comes to our kids, it's not a game. So to the people that are helping me, Jelly Roll, thank you. Haystack, thank you. Ryan Upchurch, thank you. Struggle, thank you. Papa Fresh, Nitty Gritty, everybody that's like, I mean, there's a whole list of people that I want to thank, but I'm just thankful to have y'all helping me. So,
that's sad.
I'll keep y'all posted if anything changes. And until then, man, just keep your eye open for my daughter. Thank y'all.
All right. There you had that. And you know, if you don't know who Smo is, Big Smo, just look him up on YouTube. He got some million videos and stuff like that. Southern country rapper.
Look at that.
Hold on a second.
He's going to get a stiff neck. Just look.
Let me close this. But let me pull that picture back up so y'all can take a look at her one more time. So, just in case you see her in Tennessee, especially if you're in Tennessee, Turtles, keep an eye out for this young lady right here. Let's pull her up. Right there she is. I mean, she's a ginger. She's a plus-size woman. She shouldn't be too hard. She looks pretty happy. She wears glasses. Like I said, she's in a 2002 silver Pathfinder. No stickers, no tint on the windows. Okay. And I don't know if she had any enemies. From my understanding, she was living with some people, and she was supposed to move back into her father's house, and then this happens. Okay. On that day too, which is kind of strange. Now, I don't know if she had any problems, or she was, you know, emotionally sad, or she'd been through any breakups or any ex-boyfriends or things like that. But if she don't turn up, that's what we need to start sleuthing. Who she was hanging out with, who her boyfriends was, who she's around. Somebody knows where this young lady's at, okay? So, like I said, the best way, if you have any information, Smo'S asked to reach out to him through his Facebook page. Just go to Big Smo. I think it's Big Smo Official. Let me see. Let me see if I got it up here. No, that wasn't posted by Big Smo, but the picture wasn't. But you can find him right. Just search him on the internet and send any information you may have to him on his daughter. Okay. Hopefully there's nothing crazy bad that has happened. You know, we do live in a crazy ass world where people are psychotic and always killing people, okay? Just like, you know, what's going on in Idaho, okay? These people might have a serial killer on the loose. I know a lot of people are digging into the kids and the people around the kids, but I've said from the beginning, I believe this to be a stranger in this Idaho 4 case, you know? She's 6'3", and that's really tall for a lady. Yeah, she's but what I'm thinking is there's somebody she knows. If she went out at 1:30, okay? Let's just say we'll go back into this for a second. If Big Smo's daughter went out at 1:30 to get Taco Bell, she'd been out partying, okay? It's possibly she met somebody. Now, hopefully it wasn't somebody bad, because or let's just say, for instance, you know, just she pulled over somebody, carjacked her, she's being held hostage or something. I don't think so. You know, I think with it being a Saturday night, she was out at the club. She's possibly met some dude, okay? Her phone has been off. So maybe, you know, just maybe, hopefully, it's something of that nature. According to her Facebook, she worked at Taco Bell. Happy belated birthday, Rebel. Okay, is there a body of water around her area? Well, if she was driving around, she probably passed through a lot of bodies of water, and they say they seen her at a club. There's a possibility she may have been a little intoxicated. I ain't saying she was. I'm just saying if she had been seen at a club. I don't know if she drinks or she don't drink. But, you know, there is a lot of cases of people, you know, we got back roads in Tennessee. She could be take a wrong turn. Let's don't, you know, we don't want to go into the Kylie Rodney thing yet, you know, any scares or anything. Because hopefully this girl's okay and she's just met some boy, well, man, because she's 19 herself. And I thought you had to be 21 to get in the clubs, you know. Is her car missing also? Yes, her vehicle has not been found, right? I don't have the tag number right now. I just know it's a 2002 silver Pathfinder. No stickers on the window, no tint, basic silver. 146, she was at the Taco Bell, and she hasn't been seen since. But out that late grabbing food, okay? You've been seen at a club, you're out late. I don't know. You know, I would think state troopers be on the lookout for an accident, maybe. Hopefully not, but I don't know. If she's been missing since Saturday night, you know, or Friday night, and he's been looking. I think it was Friday night she went missing, right? Because he looked all day Saturday, because that video was from Saturday. Today's Sunday, so she's almost been missing 2 days now. And in the last video, she said her phone hasn't been turned on. And anybody at the age of 19, that is a telltale sign that something bad is going on. What 19-year-old? In the South, we have a lot of clubs that are 18. What 19-year-old don't have their phone on for 2 days, though? Or even a day? 19-year-olds are glued to their phone, okay? Glued to their phone. Friday night. Hope she's not with Dirty D in Murfreesboro. I can't find his page. Her phone could have died. I thought it said 1:30. Hey, Jimmy Dolly Vision, what have I missed? Big Smo's daughter has went missing. That's what we were talking about. We were watching some videos from Big Smo. If you're just tuning in, make sure y'all give this video a like. And if you're in Tennessee, keep your eyes out for Big Smo's daughter, right? Because this man is worried to death. He has been going everywhere on the hunt. Oh, and his Facebook is the real Big Smo. So if you got any information on his daughter, right, send it to the real Big Smo. All right? If you see her, know anything, maybe or some of her friends, right, because she has to be somewhere or something bad has happened. And, you know, like I said, I'm praying she's just met some dude at the club and they just like been partying it up and they passed out and they just, you know, laying around, not caring about the phone, got the phones off, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. I'm in East Tennessee. Well, definitely keep your eyes out. Yeah, she was supposed to be moving back to Dad's home the following day. She lived with her roommates. Yes, that's the same thing I heard, that she was moving back in with Big Smo, and they went to go to her house to help her move, and she was gone. Yeah, you see when Ryan Upchurch posted last night, people are always going missing in Tennessee. Well, because, you know, there's a lot of back roads, there's a lot of mountains, there's a lot of shit you can drive off of, lakes. And if you're intoxicated, I ain't saying she was, I don't know. I mean, even not intoxicated, that's why I drive so slow. Angela P., thank you. I'm in East Tennessee. Tennessee. Angel P., thank you. Thank you for your super. We got a super chat. Dun, 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 dun. Speaking of Upchurch, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean, at any age, right? Like my kid right now, she's 22 years old. She's still my baby. If she went missing this minute, I'd be freaking out. I'd be doing everything Big Smo was. I'd be up here begging you guys for help, you know? And this is things as parents you never want to go through. You never want to go through a missing kid thing. Even my worst enemy, if something happened to your kids, I go help you. Just like Big Smo. I reached out and said, hey, if you want some help, I mean, I'll go down there and look around. I mean, I can't promise you nothing, but it's just another person looking, another set of eyes. You know, I'm thinking though, in the middle of the night, what was the case what was the girl's name just recently with AWP that went off and smoked a blunt at the park, and then dreadfully they found her car? I forget her name. Somebody in chat help me. I see hashtag Creek Scott. Upchurch did a video yesterday. That AWP was looking for. I forget her name right off the top of my head. I had to go back and look. Jolisa. Yeah, that's right. So she went out, you know what I'm saying? She went out, same kind of story. Kind of went out in the middle of the night, went and bought a blunt, went in the opposite direction from her house, went somewhere to smoke that blunt. Then everybody thought she was killed by gangs. There was all kind of internet, you know what I'm saying? But it's just a wreck. She was intoxicated. You know, now I don't know if Big Smo's daughter was intoxicated, but right off the bat, he said somebody seen her at a club. She's only 19, so she's not old enough to drink, you know. So I doubt maybe she wasn't drinking. But still, even at 19 years old, you're not the most experienced driver in the world. So hopefully there's not an accident somewhere that people just haven't seen, drove off a little something into some trees or something. Or there's a connection to somebody. And I believe there's a connection to somebody, right? If she was out partying, she's met somebody, okay? If she didn't go home from the Taco Bell, right? And usually most carjackings, they snatch you out the car. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you in the car with them. What are they going to take you out to smoke, do drugs with you? You know what I'm saying? They usually snatch you out the vehicle or shoot you or something. You know? So it's very rare that somebody just straight kidnaps you and holds you hostage. So I'm leaning more towards she met somebody and she was trying to go there. Right? So wherever that there is, she went in that direction. You know? And maybe this would go back to the club, who she met, who she might have hooked up with, go back to her phone, who was the last text message from, you know, or something of that nature. But I'll pull up all that information one more time for you guys so y'all can see it. Hold on. Shit. Let me pull up my profile again. Here it is. This is who she is. And this is all the info. Give me 1 second. All right. And she is 6'3". So she's a tall chick. I don't know who this is in the picture with her, but they must be sitting down. This is the vehicle, and this is the information on her right here. So if you have any information, reach out to the Real Big Smo, right? And this is where she was seen, what highway, 231, Murfreesboro, in the Silver Pathfinder. Okay? And like I said, hopefully she just met some really tall dude. And they're hanging out. And her phone might be broke. She might have broke her phone. Or dropped her phone. And she ain't got no way to call nobody. It's still the weekend. You know, she was out. She might pop in tonight or something like that. I mean, I don't know. But for me to think, you know, every young person is absolutely glued to their phone. Okay, send it to my Facebook. If there's another picture of her circulating, send it to my Facebook. Okay? That's just a picture I had of her in her vehicle. But if there is a better picture of her, drop it to my Facebook, guys, and let me know. All right, I'm going to open up the phone lines, too. Let's hear some of your thoughts. What do y'all think has happened? Has this girl just met somebody, or do you guys believe there's some foul play? Okay. And the call-in number is on the top of the screen, but my mods can also post it. Would be cool. And make sure you give this video a like. There's 1,200 in the room with me today. Make sure y'all hit that like button for Daddy. Okay? I don't want to end up homeless. All right? That's a father's worst nightmare. I would be so devastated. I pray she is found safely. I do too. I honestly do. It's a little strange, but you know, keep hope that, you know, she, like I said, she met some dude. I mean, she is a young lady. She was out at the club. Maybe she just met Mr. Right, and she's hanging out and don't give a damn about her dad right now. You know what I'm saying? She'll get to him. I mean, but the weird thing is she was supposed to move in with him that day. Dolly.
What's up, Dolly?
What's up?
It's Tattooed Rebel.
Tattooed Rebel. Okay, you hear about the Big Smo'S situation with his daughter?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I made a video earlier about it.
Oh, okay. You know me, I sleep in.
I know, I got you, brother. The car is not just silver; it's a champagne silver color.
Okay.
She's a good girl. Smo, man, they need to put this out. Smo's a good dude.
Yeah.
I met Smo when he come to the VFW down here, and he does a lot for veterans and stuff. And I'm not just saying doing it because he does that, but do it because he's a dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
that's why I shared it. As soon as I seen it, I was like, okay, let me get this information out. Let people see her. The more eyes on it right now, the better, especially in Tennessee. And you know, I got a lot of Tennessee viewers because of the Summer Wells stuff. So I figured, hey, let me jump on this. Let me get this girl's picture out there. Because, you know, if she's hanging out in Tennessee somewhere, we want her spotted and let this dad know at least she's okay, or, you know, let's try to figure out what's going on.
Right. I mean, hell, my kids could be 35, 40 years old, and I'm going to still worry where they're at.
That's what I was saying. My kid's 22, but she's still my baby. I still think of her as this tall running around the house. And to me, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So
tell the people I'm gonna put his real YouTube page or his real Facebook page up there. Just click that link.
Okay, yeah. Tattoos of Rebel is a mod on my channel here, guys, and he's gonna post a link to Smo'S Facebook. So if you have any information, if you see her, please reach out to Big Smo. You know, as a father or even a mother, anybody, any family member, wouldn't want nobody gone. So definitely post it. Share that missing poster flyer, and I will post it on my Facebook, or I'll post it on my community wall. in just a little bit. So I'll post it on my community wall. Make sure all you guys share that tonight and tomorrow until we figure out some answers.
Yeah, no doubt. But people in there saying, well, they said she was supposed to move back, and she may have took off because she didn't want to move back to his house. Let me tell y'all, I met his daughter, and she's a daddy's girl. So if she got a chance to go back to her daddy, she would. So
yeah, and I'm sure it was financial reasons probably why she was moving back in with her daddy. Everything's so expensive these days, and it's tough on a young person out there trying to make it on their own.
I know.
You know, like I said, my daughter just moved into her own place, and, you know, bills are high, electric bills, and she's just been hitting me up constantly. I'm like, welcome to the real world. This is how it is.
Yeah, no doubt. Because, hell, she worked at Taco Bell. She ain't making that big check.
Yeah. So she's not making big money. Rent's probably hitting her hard, and she's struggling, and she's like, Dad, can I move back in? And he's, you know, it's his daughter. He's like, yeah, you know, of course.
Exactly.
So when he goes to move her stuff and she's not there, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Because she probably reached out to him.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know the story, but
yeah,
that's what I would assume. Because I met the man and I met the daughter.
Yeah, I would think she reached out to him. If she's working at Taco Bell and she's paying rent and things like that, she probably financially strapped and was like, hey, Dad, can I move back in? And he was like, yeah. Because he said she was moving back in and he was going to go help her move her stuff. So they got a good relationship.
Oh, you know? Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why he's freaking out, because this don't make sense.
No.
And you see, he's out searching, so he thinks something's wrong.
Oh, yeah, he's out searching right now. I've seen the video where he's out driving around.
Yeah, he's been searching. He's searching parking lots, clubs, any clues he gets. I mean, he's so desperate now, he's talking psychics. I don't want to be that desperate. Don't worry about the psychics. Stick to credible leads. You know what I'm saying? Because you start wasting your time on psychics, you might overlook something that's important.
Exactly. Yeah, just I know he said last night she was 19 going on 16, so I'm assuming that, you know, she might have been slow learning or something.
Or just young acting. Not a mature 19-year-old, maybe.
Could be, yeah. I mean, but y'all just keep this girl in your prayers and get that picture out to everybody. I don't care who it is. If you got to put it on a telephone pole, put it on a telephone pole.
There you go. All right, Rebel.
I'm going to let you get back. I got to head to work, y'all, man.
All right, peace.
Later, brother.
So there you go. That was Tattoo Rebel. He said he's met him, Smo, and his daughter. Good people. She's a father's girl. And you see Smo'S flipping out. She was supposed to move back in. He goes to the house, and she's nowhere to be found. Like, there ain't no rumors. She's a pretty girl. I know y'all say she's 6'3", but her face, she's pretty. She looks pretty. Dolly.
Yeah, has anyone thought to check her Facebook page to see if maybe somebody had put on their page to ask for her family information about, you know, where she might live or where her dad might live or where her granddaughter might be?
No, I didn't think to check that. I didn't think to check that one. You know what I'm saying? Troll people. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. When you got people that think it's okay to attack you and the people around you, and you lash out at them and then they try to play victim, nah, don't come crying here. Don't come crying here when you attack somebody and somebody fires back at you. Nah, we don't want to hear it. Damn sure don't want to hear it. It's okay for everybody to do it, right? Don't come here being hypocrites. Don't come here calling being hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to attack. But when somebody fires a shot back at you, don't start crying now. Don't start crying now. Okay, so look. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, it's Southern Grammy Wolf.
Hey, Southern Granny.
Hey, I actually live in Murfreesboro.
Okay.
And my niece.
Where is Murfreesboro actually at in Tennessee? I know where there's Murfreesboro in North Carolina, but I don't know of a Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Okay, so we are the home of MTSU, which is Middle Tennessee State University. We are, so if you were going 24 towards Chattanooga, We're right outside of Davidson County, which is where Nashville is. So
Okay.
I would say about a 25, 30-minute drive without traffic.
So about
So we're
30
just-
about 30 minutes outside of Nashville, you say?
East, yes. If you were
Okay.
going east towards Chattanooga, we're that way. So we're just outside Nashville. Very big college area, but what I will add is Shelbyville. In fact, I wouldn't let my mom buy a house there when she got back from California a year ago
Uh-huh.
because it can be really rough and sketchy. My son actually has a coworker. He was a service advisor for Ford, and his little brother was actually shot and killed just last year in Shelbyville. So, I mean, I know it happens everywhere, but it does tend to have some pockets that are very rough. So, you know, very likely around here, because it is a quote unquote college town, we do have a lot of places where they can go that they don't have to be 21
To get in.
Right. I would think that, I mean, it could be either way that she met someone, but my guess is at that time of the morning, she could have run across anyone, and I would bet on some sort of foul play.
So you think that's a bad area she was in? Would you say it's a bad area?
Shelbyville's known to be somewhat of a rough area. So I know when we were looking at houses for my mom when she relocated back, I just really, we weren't finding areas that we were comfortable for her. I mean, I know there's bad areas in every town, but
Yeah.
Shelbyville tends to be a little known for being a bit rough. And so
D,
just
hold
my-
on I just want to answer this. Yes, it was confirmed that she was at the Taco Bell. There's video surveillance from her at the Taco Bell. Okay, sorry. I just want to answer that question.
problem. But what I will say is we are definitely going to be on the lookout. We've been keeping our eyes peeled. My niece's fiance is a surge tech at the hospital there in Shelbyville, so we'll be definitely keeping our eyes open. I think she does drive 231 some of the days, but I'll check with her and just let her know to keep her eyes out.
Okay. Not a problem.
So, if we hear of anything, I'll shoot you a message on Messenger since I'm here local and figure out what I can do to pitch in.
Okay. All right. Peace.
Peace.
All right. Somebody said, "Oh, just some roaches from the Roach channel, right? That's been attacking Dolly." Okay, so when I ask for information about them, it's foul play, but it's okay for them to talk all the shit they talk about me, right? The attacks they do on me. Nah, I'm not trying to hear it. I ain't even trying to hear it from none of them hating ass people. Keep your cockroach channels. I'm gonna give me a can of internet spray and spray these roaches right in the eyes. And with that said, of course, you know, Dolly Vision is brought to you by Raid. Killing internet roaches dead. Go out and get your can. Spray them in eyeballs. Dolly! Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey, who's this? Where you calling from?
Hey. I'm calling from Michigan, and I just want to let you know I watch you all the time. I don't do it. Well, I try to get on your chat and all that. But I wanted to call you and let you know that they caught the killer of the 4 girls over there in Idaho.
Uh-huh.
They caught him over there on. They caught him down there in Florida yesterday.
Yeah, I ain't heard nothing
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, it's on there. You guys, yeah, it was on YouTube live last night that they caught a guy.
I heard they had somebody in jail, but I didn't know it was in connection to the 4 girls.
Yeah, it is. It was a bald-headed guy. I think his last name was Tong or Tang or something. He was wearing brown pants, light brown colored pants, and I think it was a white shirt. Anyway, they said he killed the 4 girls and that they were going to extradite him back from Florida back to Idaho to face charges. I'm surprised they ain't on the news this morning, because this morning I see all over the news they ain't said nothing about the guy. It was on a KFOR, something like that channel.
I don't know, maybe
news channel.
Different 4 maybe, because I haven't heard nothing about this, the Idaho.
Yeah, well,
yeah, I don't think that's true. I think you got some misinformation.
No, I saw it on the news. I saw it on the news.
It was the Idaho 4 that were in that house?
Yep. They caught the guy that killed the 4 girls down there in Florida.
They're saying that's like the Oklahoma killing or something. They're saying you're incorrect in the chat. I haven't heard nothing like that. They'd have press conferences.
No, it's the 4 girls. Right, it is the 3 girls. Anyway, the guy, they caught him down there in Florida. They arrested him, and they said they were going to extradite him back to, where the killings were.
People are saying that's Oklahoma, something that happened in Oklahoma, not Idaho.
Yeah, well,
you're just off.
Yeah, where he killed.
You're just off.
Yeah, it's on the news last night. Yeah, it was on the news last night.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, check it out. You'll see it.
All right.
All right, guys.
Okay, guys, I don't think that's true. Okay. I have heard no news about them catching the 4. It would be on CNN. Okay. It'd be on CNN. It'd be on Fox News. It'd be on major news. This is a major story. So it'd be major news. It'd be all over the fucking news. We would know. Every YouTuber would be up here talking about it. That didn't happen. Okay. I can tell you now that didn't happen. Right? I would know. My phone would be blowing up. People would be sending me the dude's picture and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know that not to be the case. Dolly.
Dolly!
Dolly!
Dolly?
Dolly.
What's up, man? It's Oscar.
What's up, Oscar?
No shit, man. These callers need to take a damn breath, son.
They be
These
getting
motherfuckers just hyperventilating on the fucking phone. They called him last night in Florida. God damn, son.
Nah,
take a breath, Bubba.
He was trying to break some news, but he just broke the wrong news.
That motherfucker is
He's
breaking
excited,
the damn.
Man. You know, some people get excited. He's talking to Dolly.
Fucking breathing treatment. Well, yeah, I guess so, man. First time I talked to Dolly, I pissed myself a little.
There you go. It happens. You know, so did I.
But anyway, man, yeah, this is crazy, dude. Which Rebel kind of put a hole in my theory. I was wondering if maybe she didn't want to move back in with her dad, but he was saying that she was real close with him and would, do it at any chance. So
yeah,
that was the only theory I had. Is
yeah,
maybe
it didn't sound like they had a bad relationship. You see how upset Mo is, and he's letting his 19-year-old daughter move in, so they got a good relationship. If they didn't, he'd be like, hell no, you can't move in my house. You 19, you're on your own.
Yeah, for sure. I was just wondering if maybe he was trying to make her move back in for some reason or something, and she didn't want to, but Rebel made it pretty clear that they're pretty close. So that kind of put a hole in my little theory. But
yeah, and if it was, I don't think Smo would be acting like this if it was not out the norm. So something's not normal.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, for sure.
Like my daughter calls me every day, so if I didn't get a call, I'd be
him saying that she's 19 going on 16, I don't necessarily think that means that she's a slow learner. I think she's just a happy kid, goofy as fuck. I mean, I'm 42 going on 16, bro.
Well, my daughter's 22, and she don't act like no 22-year-old I know. No, she didn't act like me when I was 22. My kid still buys teddy bears and shit. She's 22.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I still look at her kids. He's still buying kid shit. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't take that as thinking she was a slow learner or anything. I just think
I would say my kid, she's 22, but she's still buying shit that a 15-year-old would buy. Little them smushmallow teddy bears and shit. You know what I'm saying?
My daughter,
I'm like, girl, you got cable bills,
like
electric bills, car payments, rent. You better stop worrying about damn squishables or whatever the hell they call them little teddy bears and worry about your bills.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, cool, Dolly. I ain't gonna tie up your phone line,
all right,
man.
you be good, my man.
These callers need to take a breath, Bubba. Damn.
Yeah, peace.
All right, later, bro.
Yeah, I think kids are way more immature at their ages these days than when I was a kid, right? Because I grew up, you know, you had to be in when the street lights came on, rough and tough. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. You had scrapes. You had bruises. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was real rough and tough. Kids these days are soft. They act real young. Even though they're like 20, they still act like teenagers. You're like, they just growing up slower. They're real dependent. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey, what's going on?
What's happening?
Dolly.
It's just a great word, ain't it? Dolly is just a great word.
It sounds good.
That word.
It's the Ollie part.
Who doesn't love Dolly?
I don't know. If they don't, they should have the shit slapped out of them. That's all I know. Line them up. You know? Just start slapping the shit out of each and every one of them. You ain't, like Snoop Dogg, you ain't got love for Dolly? I come out with a little bat. West side.
Whack. Play some whack-a-mole.
There you go.
Whack-a-troll.
So, what do you think about Big Smo'S daughter? You know, you think she just met her a man somewhere and she's off just hanging out, or you think there's something bad going on?
Climb the rope of hope on that. We can climb the rope of hope on that. Yeah, man, but I got a bad feeling, you know.
Happy birthday, Quiet Mind.
The phone thing, you know, if the girl's normally in contact, even if she lost her phone or it's broken, she still would touch base with who she normally touches base with, you know.
Yeah.
I have kids that age, grandkids that age, and you know, they check in. Even if they're mad, usually they eventually check in.
Yeah, at least they say F you.
I hope it's something like that. Maybe it's that because of what's going on, whatever, yeah. Maybe she met a dude. That'd be great. Well, yeah, I got a weird feeling just because Dad's got a weird feeling, maybe, you know?
Yeah, I got a weird feeling because he got a weird feeling, too. And much of a weird feeling he has where he's out searching immediately. So that right. Scares me a little bit.
What any of us would be doing if our kids were missing, you know that. I'd be out there.
Oh, I damn sure would be out there looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whether we would just think the worst, because that's what happens. That's where our brain goes, because, you know, we're true crimers and we know what's out there working in the...
Oh, there's monsters around every corner. That's what I'm saying. You got to be, you know, it's like shark-infested waters.
I offered the 19-year-old, they came over because of moving and stuff, and I had a pocket knife, and she needed it for something. I said, do you need that? Like, do you need to take that with you just to have, you know, she's not one to carry something like that in her pocket, you know, but...
Yeah.
She's like, no, I got one. I said, oh, yeah. She goes, yeah, mine's sharper than that. I said, oh, all right, girl.
Well, I've been having a lot of talks with my daughter about getting a gun and, you know, us going to practice, her shooting it, things of that nature. Because this day and age, you know, and she rides alone a lot at night. She gets off late at night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get her strapped up. So she's about to get her... She's about to get her a Glock for Christmas or something, you know, and her teddy, and I'll put it inside of a damn one of them teddy bears that she buys, and it'll be like,
you need in your car to put anything like that in your car for, you know, Raid, you know, bear spray, shit like that. That you spray that shit on my face, you know.
You go to spray somebody with bear spray, it spray back in your eyes, put a 9mm bullet in them and keep on moving.
Well, yeah, I get that too, but I mean, you know, if you're not into guns and stuff, I live in the city. We don't have a lot of. I live in New York, so we don't have a lot of.
The way the world is right now, if you ain't into guns, you better get into them.
That's true.
That's all I can tell you. If you want to live, we live in a time it's survival of the fittest. Okay.
It's not getting any better, dude.
It's damn sure ain't getting better. I don't see anything. I don't see nobody running around cleaning up the streets. I don't see no Superman when I go outside. So
when time south, man, it turns even honest people a little bit. You know, it's hard.
And it's a bad time of the year for crime. Christmas time,
right.
the holidays, I tell everybody, that's why I tell everybody in here, always be careful right now this time of the year, because I've seen so much bad shit happen around Christmas because there's so many people don't got nothing, and they will take, and they will do whatever it has. They will kill your ass over $5 to make sure there's something under their tree on Christmas. They'll kill your ass. You know what I'm saying? And their kid will they'll murder you, and their kid will wake up with a PlayStation 5. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that to happen. Okay? That's just the way it is. These people out here trying to put presents under their tree any way they can. So just be super careful. Park closest to the store. If you're a woman, have somebody from the store escort you out. I ain't lying. We live in a crazy world, especially if you're buying high ticket items in a store and you're pulling your wallet out. Don't think criminals will stand around the store and watch what people buy, how much money you got.
Like that, have the wandering eyes, their head is on a swivel.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
like
Christmas time. There's horrible people out right now. They're lurking. This is the time of the year that people.
Y'all don't run into those people this year. Everybody here, man. Let's give a like up for Dolly too, because man, he's talking the truth right now.
It's 100% the truth. It's 100% the truth. And you think it can't happen to you, it can. And that's for men too. I ain't bulletproof. I ain't bulletproof. Somebody can run up to me with a gun just as easy and be like, "Hey man, empty. Give it up. Give it to me or give it to Jesus."
I bet it gets scary as you become more popular, like you were saying the other night. People know you, and you don't even, they'll come up and say, "Hey, I watched you," and you're becoming, more recognizable, and I'm sure it's scary, When I was in the band years ago, we started getting popular, it just makes you wonder. People are nuts, man.
Yeah, but see, the band, everybody that approached me liked the band. A lot of people don't think I'm a grifter or something on the internet, and most people get what I do and appreciate me, so I get way more love. But them people that watch these roach channels and believe all this crazy things about me, I don't know which one of them roaches are approaching me. You know what I'm saying? So when good people are approaching me, if I'm a little standoffish, it's because I don't know who the hell you are yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure you out.
And, the time that you get comfortable, it's fucking weird, man. The world is strange, Dolly. Just be careful.
Yeah, and over the last month, I've gotten recognized in more places than I have over the last 5 years on the internet.
Well, you've gone up substantially in the last 3 months.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm going places people like I ain't used to this shit, and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't dig it. I'm cool with the internet stuff, but out in the real world, I don't like a whole lot of. I'm not a real people person because I got anxiety.
Yeah, Dolly, you're an honest guy, you're a good guy, and it goes along with what crimes are going on and what people are interested in hearing. And you're talking about the top stuff, and you make it make sense, or you make it say, hey, make sense of that, because it doesn't make sense. You just seem responsible on your channel to who you're talking to, what you're saying, all that stuff. You know what I mean? And yeah, screw those. We're gonna play some whack-a-roach, whack-a-troll.
Stomp them dead. Stomp
right
on
them
roaches, right?
Right on, man. But no, I just want to always tell you guys, you guys, there's like 5 of you, the crew. Olivia,
yeah,
Dolly.
They're out doing some top secret shit right now, and Dolly don't even know about it. I feel left out. You know what I'm saying? How y'all gonna leave Dolly out some top secret shit?
You behind this time?
They out doing some top secret stuff, and I don't even know what they're doing. I feel cheated.
Oh man, you
I'm
better
doing no top secret stuff. They scared I might go to jail, is what it is. I'm too much of an outlaw.
Don't want you where they are. That's what,
I'm like Bam Margera. I'm too much of a jackass for the jackass crew.
They only bring you in when they need the big guns, baby. Oh man.
I don't know.
Well,
but they're out doing top secret stuff. I feel left out.
Yeah. Well, they're just keeping.
I'm gonna come up
safe,
with my
man.
own top secret stuff.
Yeah. Well.
I'm going top secret too.
Whack a roach, whack a troll, whack 'em all.
Everything is top secret these days. Okay.
Right on.
I'm going black. Power down your phones, everybody. Power down your phones.
Don't go dark.
I'm going full Doug. We're going dark. We're going Doug AWP. Power down your phones.
Oh man.
Somebody's listening.
Dang,
All right.
probably listening.
You be good.
All right, man. Hey, I don't know what to make of these things. I hope the girl's okay. It's a little weird story, but yeah.
Yeah, I pray
And
too. And hopefully it's just.
before I'm a serial killer too. I'm with you on that. Somebody just opportunity and did what they did. I think maybe. You know. But anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. I think the same as all y'all. It could go either any way. You know. Who knows? I don't know. I wish I could know, but I do. Just because Dad's got a bad feeling, I got a bad feeling.
We'll reach out to the psychic from the Pee Wee Herman movie and see what they say.
Yeah, maybe she could help. Maybe.
All right, you be good.
You don't like psychics, huh?
No,
You're a little psychic.
I'm not psychic.
I think you're a little psychic.
You know, I'm good at predicting the future. I don't think that's psychic.
That's a little something.
Just because I'm always right don't mean I'm psychic. No, I'm wrong all the time. But every time I'm right, I make it a big deal, so it seems like I'm psychic.
Yeah, maybe. So you just make it look logical because you don't think you're psychic, but you just might be. You don't even know it, dude.
I mean, in the world, shit has to make logical sense. So if it's out of logic, it can't be. You know what I'm saying? Because in the end, it all makes logical sense.
But does it all really? Tell me, darling.
Unless you get abducted by a UFO, unless you just boots, you know, out there like Dylan Rounds, that's a pair of boots out in a damn salt field, and the aliens got you, then there ain't really much you can do about that.
Still people looking for him out in the caves and stuff. There's still people out there looking for him.
Good luck. That's assault. You'd be looking for the next 100 years.
You think it was, it could, you know.
They had excavators and stuff out there. The people that did horrible things to Dylan Round, they buried his ass with an excavator. Good luck finding him.
Yeah,
they had heavy equipment. They would dug a hole 20-foot fucking deep and dropped him in it, and only that person knows. You know what I'm saying? If that person never tells, you'll never find him.
Damn.
And I would have went out there and helped look, but that place was so scary. And with all them meth heads and all them drug addicts that were out there, I was like, nah, that ain't even safe.
That little town was a little scary, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like 60 people, and they're all convicted felons. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, everybody in the town? So
it's like a gang town.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
When you move out into the middle of nowhere like that with nothing, there's a reason you do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and his was farming, but these other people's were so they could do drugs and be bad people and nobody mess with them.
Yeah. So they had to get the kid out of the road.
You had to get the kid up out of there.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
What?
All right, you be good.
Right on. You be good.
All right, peace.
I'll talk to you again. Peace.
Yeah, we jumped all over the place on that one. Yeah, but the Dylan Round situation, that kid should have never been out there. Not by itself. I mean, I understand he was mature for his age, you know, but still, he was still a kid. You know, you gotta keep an eye on your young ones still, even though, you know, they're adults. They're just young adults. You still gotta learn, especially if you. See, Dylan Rounds was a mature young man for his age. He had goals. He was setting it up. He was building something. And to see that somebody come in and just take the life of that dude could have been a great person in this world because he had big dreams. Dolly.
Dolly.
Yo.
What's up, my buddy?
What's good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Ricky Beavers, brother.
Ricky Beavers. I didn't see you. I didn't see your call come in, but what's up, Ricky?
Well, I'm confused a little bit about this Idaho, about these 4 girls.
Uh-huh.
You know, they said there was people downstairs.
Yeah.
Roommates were downstairs.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. Why didn't they get them too? I mean, something ain't right with that picture.
And they, I would think they would have heard something.
Yes, that's what I know. Something ain't right with that picture.
I mean, they did say they heard something. They said they heard screamings and what part, and it sounded like partying, so they locked their door.
Oh, wow.
So they thought, you know, it's a college house. They heard noise upstairs, so they just thought it was normal noise and didn't think it was somebody being brutally murdered, from my understanding.
Wow. How about that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
That's
mean,
strange.
I would think it's weird to me too. I think these people, the two roommates, really do need to be dug into a little bit. I hate to say that, and I know they've been cleared.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's weird because it seems like there'd be blood leading all out that bitch, all down the street.
Yeah.
But there ain't.
Let me
And
ask
there
you
is
a
some
question.
blood on the hall that leads to the downstairs.
Right. Okay. Is there steps goes up to them, or you got to go through
When you come into, it's like a mid-level house. There's one floor upstairs and there's one floor downstairs.
Yeah,
so
I know
when you
that.
come in, you're on the second floor.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they killed the people on the second floor and the third floor. The people on the bottom floor, because it's a tri-level home, didn't get killed. They were in their room locked. Hold on one second.
Okay, go ahead.
Tiffany, I'm live on the internet right now. You're live with me.
What time are you coming?
Give me a little bit and I'll call you back. Let me finish this live up.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. All right, that was my kid. Yeah, so I don't know. It's a little strange, but the police are clearing those people. They said they're clear. They don't expect them.
They might say that, but
And then one fainted. Remember, one fainted, and then the other one called the paramedics, but they didn't report nobody dead. That was weird.
Right.
They called and said somebody's fainted, but they didn't call and say there's 4 people murdered in the house. That don't seem strange to anybody.
It don't make sense. And Dolly, I didn't used to, but I'll be straight with you. Now when I go walking,
I
don't got no guide dog. Okay, I got a cane, right?
I
pack a gun with me, man.
That's scary.
And I ain't afraid to use it. You believe that?
That's scary. I don't want to be next to the dude that mugs you. The thing about somebody runs up to try to help you, Ricky Beaver, and you shoot the wrong person.
No, I know. Hey, Dolly, look, I want people to know that blindness ain't what people think it is. I mean, yeah, I can't see, but it don't make me stupid.
We gonna get you echolocator like that dude off of. You ever watch Stan Lee Superhumans?
Ever watch it?
Well, you ever hear it?
No.
Look, I said that in general to the people in the audience too. If y'all ever watched that, there's a boy that's deaf up there, and he clicks. He makes a clicking sound, and he can hear it bounce off of things. And he says in his mind he can ride a bike and everything around through traffic and everything. And he's completely blind, Ricky.
I can ride a bike around like that too, Dolly.
That's hard. That's unbelievable to me. When I see it, I'm like, how the hell? If I
not
close my
bragging,
eyes and got on a bike, I'm going to the hospital.
No, for real, I can. I had a friend get in front of me on a bicycle, and I rode a bicycle in behind them, and they would talk to me, and I'd stay with them.
Oh, okay. Well, I hear when you lose one sense, your other senses are heightened. Do you think that to be the case, Ricky?
Well, you can look at that different ways. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I count on my ears, but I don't know, man. I think that's a little over far-fetched, to be truthful with you. I mean, it's like your eyes, people, like you see with your eyes, and you focus with your eyes, and I guess it would kind of make sense if you lost your vision. You'd probably lean on your ears then, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I don't know, but...
Or you're just more aware, listening because you can't see, to where when you could see, you didn't pay attention to what the hell people were saying.
But, Dolly, I would tell you, I do love people. I want to see... I think everybody on this earth deserves the best, but I think people need to respect one another. And the way I feel, like Leilani, I'll be honest with you, I hope she gets the death penalty. I'm sorry, but that's my input on that.
I don't want her to die, to be honest.
Well,
I want her to go to prison for a long time, but I don't want her to die. I want her to learn her lesson, and hopefully she can learn a lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what about, you got to think about him, this little innocent child, what she did.
I know. I hope she spends the rest of her life in prison. I just don't want her executed.
Well, well, you got your opinion, this is mine. That's what I feel.
I know.
I mean, and no offense, But hey, Dolly, can I hit you?
If she would have killed your
Messenger?
baby, I would want her executed. She killed her baby. I want her to spend the rest of her life in prison. That's just how I feel about it. If she would have went out and killed somebody else's kid, I would say execute her ass. She killed her own kid. I say she should spend the rest of her life in prison and think about it.
Well, Dolly, you know she's pleading not guilty, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know she
knew
is.
that.
And,
I'm just saying,
and it's going to be a hard conviction because they're trying to charge her with murder. I don't know what evidence they really got. And they're murder with malice. They got to prove that. They got to be able to prove it. And now this baby's in a landfill and it's probably just bones. How do you determine the cause of death to say that child was murdered and it was murdered with malice? I think Danny is a witness for the FBI.
You think so?
He's going to be for the prosecution, for the DA? Yes. You notice he was able to leave. He skirted off. He ain't said. He's the only one that never said nothing. Okay? Because they probably said, shut up, don't say nothing.
All right, let's talk about Michael Vaughan, this other little 5-year-old child. You heard the interview, all that stuff going on with him, right?
Yeah, where he's not in the backyard. That was a plot twister. And I called it, too. I started calling. I said, what if this kid's not in the backyard? And these are crazy people. And they're saying shit. And it ain't the first time people have took credit for crimes they didn't commit. Or said things that they didn't do. You know? Or took credit for murder they didn't do. People do that.
You know, a lot of innocent people go to prison, Dolly. You didn't know that, right?
You know, a lot of people tell on crimes they didn't do, too.
I know, but what I'm saying, a lot of innocent people, there's a lot of innocent people in prison. You know, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few, but there's a ton of guilty ass people in there too.
You do. They just put something up against them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe there's innocent people in jail. I completely agree with that. I've sat in jail for stuff I haven't done, so I know there's innocent people in jail.
That's sad.
I mean, you're guilty to proven innocent. They say you're innocent to proven guilty, but it's really the opposite of that. You're guilty till you're proven innocent, because they lock your ass up first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So right then you're guilty.
Right.
Right. So you guilty till you prove yourself innocent in this country. They just say it opposite to fuck with you, but the truth is you're guilty as shit until you go in front of the judge and he goes, "Okay, you didn't do it."
Hey, I got a question for you, Dolly. Can I hit you up on Messenger when you're not live, whatever? And because I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yeah.
See if you do for me.
Yeah.
All right. And then when you get ready to play a song, we'll recognize the veterans this month. Play Ricky Beavers on YouTube, The Veteran.
The Veteran.
That's the new song we released. Okay.
Okay. You and all rights to that song.
I believe it, man, and I'm so glad that you went in that Walmart, man.
I'm super glad. I shop at that Walmart late all the time too. Right before it's closing, that's when I go in there.
And Dolly, I do want to make something clear. I want you to know I'm not a killer. I'm not. That's not a bone in my body. But when it comes to someone to hurting a child or raping a woman or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? That would turn me into a killer. I mean, honestly.
And one thing, none of the customers were shot at the Walmart. It was all employees.
Ain't that weird?
Because
the guy that
beef.
did that, he worked.
Yeah, he worked there and he had beef with the employees. Said some of them were picking on him, but he was a little bit out there too. He also thought the government was watching him and different things.
Was he a manager?
He was like a shift leader, nighttime shift leader. He wasn't even a manager. They keep saying on the news he was a manager, but from my understanding, everybody around here is saying he was an overnight stalker shift leader.
Wow.
So he wasn't like a manager or main dude. He had worked in the Richmond Walmart for a little while, for a couple years, and then they moved him. He moved to the Walmart here in Chesapeake, and he's worked at this one, I think, almost 2 years or something like that. And then he just wigged out. He had bought the gun that day, went in there and shot the girl, the first girl. What I've heard, rumors, I don't know, allegedly, shot her in the neck.
Okay. Shot her in the head. It was on the news. He shot her in the head.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought the one got shot in the neck. thought the first person got shot in the neck. I may be wrong, but then there was another girl. There was another girl that hid under the table, and he walks out, walks back in, calls her by name, tells her to get from under the table, puts a gun to her head, and then he puts the gun down and tells her to go home, to leave. And she walks out.
Wow.
And she says the whole time she's leaving, she thinks she's going to be shot in the back. And she gets a little ways away, and she said she makes a break for it. But he let her live.
Over me, man.
So
it's sad. I'm
Yeah.
just glad you wouldn't, Dolly, and I wish things had been a little different.
yeah, I heard a
And I think
70-year-old man got killed, like the greeter.
Wow.
You know, a 16-year-old girl. It's bad. It's they're doing. It's bad. But
Dolly, I mean, honestly, I'm afraid. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not scared, but I'm cautious now when I go walking by myself. You know what I'm saying? I even take Chevelle with me. She's got like a little go-kart. I got her for Christmas last year, and I got it. And where she pedals, it's not electric or nothing like that, to get her exercise for her legs, you know. And she goes with me, and I'm still, man, I stay on top of that because I'm real nervous about it. And I often think in my mind, well, what if somebody tried to grab her and put her in a car right there in front of me? Them thoughts go through my mind. Crazy is our world we live in today.
Yeah, my biggest
And
thing
I
is
think, what would I do?
My biggest thing is when I go into malls and big shopping areas, I do think about that shit, active shooters and things like that. I'm thinking, man, I be looking around for exit and shit, and I'm like, what if somebody just breaks out a gun and starts shooting in here? It's. I remember when I was younger, I never thought about stuff like that. It seems like today I think about that shit all the time, especially around the holidays and when there's big gatherings of people, because these crazy people, they like to get you when there's a lot of people around for some reason. It's like they can get a lot of people at once. So I think about it at concerts and shit now. I'm always worried about somebody flipping out. I used to never worry about that before, because one person can do so much damage. Just takes one person on a rampage, and they can take out hundreds of people if they really want to.
Right. I had a chance to buy an R-15. You know what I'm talking about, right?
You say what? Say that one more time.
It's what is that? AR-15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a chance to buy one of them one time, and it had a drum with it, and it shoots 100 rounds, and it's fully loaded. I had a chance to buy one of them one time, and I thought, wow, what would a blind man do with something like that?
Can you buy a gun? Can you legally go out and buy a gun, Ricky Beavers, being blind?
Yes, sir. I got one.
You
one
can.
in there.
You can be a blind man and go buy a gun.
Yes. Let me tell you a true story real quick. I had a 25 automatic. My ex-stepfather, my stepfather, ex-stepfather, used to be married to my mom, rather. He took my gun, wouldn't give it back to me. Well, I took him to court. And I went in front of a guy named Judge Lewis. They call him Tom Lewis. And went in front of him and Steve Wilson, which he's the judge here in town now, circuit judge. And we went in front of Judge Lewis, and Steve argued with him because he was prosecuting attorney at the time. Said, Judge Ricky don't need a gun. He's blind. He can't see. He said, well, Steve, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but though he's blind, he's allowed to have a gun.
I never knew
anybody else. He's a citizen. You know what I mean? So they argued for about 45 minutes, to be honest about it, and I was just sitting there just listening away, and he said, okay, Carlos, this is what you're going to do. This is what happened today. He said, you're going to give Ricky back his 25 automatic. And he said, Ricky, he said, you know what I want you to do? I said, yes, sir. What? He said, I want you to go sell this gun and get you a bigger one. So here about a year ago, I bought a gun called the Judge. It shoots 45s and it shoots 410s, okay? And I named that Judge. They called the Judge. I named it Judge Lewis because he's the one telling me to go buy
a bigger gun.
But it shoots 410s, Dolly, and they tell me when you shoot a 410, you can't miss.
Well, it depends if you got birdshot in it or not.
Well, no, the 410s I got, Well, I'm getting ready to buy them. They got they got razors, they spin.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they will go, and they will do the job. But of course, don't get me wrong, I'm not out to kill nobody. But I will defend myself, and I will take up for someone's harming a child or a woman getting raped, something like that. I will step up to the plate and do what I'm supposed to do.
I know this. If you pull out a gun, I'm going to be dead silent. Like,
well, you can be silent all you want to. That don't matter, because I'm going to be straight with you. Though I know you might think I'm crazy, but I want you to listen. I can hear a person. You better be able to hold your breath. You better be able to be extra, extra quiet, because I will hear you, and I will know where you're at.
Yeah.
I'm just being blunt with you. I know that you probably don't understand that.
I know. I believe it. I believe it. I mean, like somebody said in the chat room, I trust Ricky with a gun over a lot of people I know. And I agree with that. I don't mind. I'd rather good people have a gun, so when somebody bad comes in and starts shooting, there's some good people with a gun.
That's right.
More people are good people that carry guns, the better, more lives are going to be saved.
Can I tell you another great thing about that? I'm in the dark already. So if we're in the dark, we're both in the dark.
Oh, yeah, you don't stand a chance against you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Like somebody came in your house, you turned the lights off, you got the advantage at that point.
Yeah. But Dolly, I just pray in the name of Jesus I never have to do anything like that. But I would if I had to, and I wouldn't want to, because I'm not into taking lives. I'm into saving lives. Like, I want to help save America, okay?
Okay.
But, hey, and I appreciate you letting me stay as long as you have, and I want to tell everybody out there, hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. And, Dolly, I'm going to hit you up on Messenger. When's the best time to probably
Daredevil is my favorite superhero, though. Comic book superhero is Daredevil.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
That is a true story. Somebody said it. He's like Daredevil in the chat room. I was like, well, Daredevil is my favorite comic book guy. Is Daredevil. The blind lawyer.
Yes, sir.
But he could really see, but in like a different kind of way.
I understand that. Hey, I can't see with my physical eyes, but I see a lot with my spiritual eyes. I can tell, like when I'm walking, Dolly. You're not gonna think I'm crazy, but I can tell, like when I'm passing a tree, and I can tell when I get close to a car, because a shadow. I know this sounds crazy, but a shadow comes into my mind. I don't know if I see it or whatever, but it comes into my mind before I kind of get to it.
Okay.
Okay. That don't make sense to you, but it's real.
Okay. Whatever works.
But hey,
however it works for you.
Yeah. When's the best time to reach out to you, Dolly, on Messenger? I don't want to.
Anytime in the evening. I sleep during the days.
Okay. All right, buddy, and I will be in touch with you. But hey, if you don't care, when you get ready to play a song, play the veteran for Ricky Beavers, and let's recognize the veterans and give them thanks for everything they did for you and me.
Okay, well, shoot the link to me on Facebook, and I'll play it.
Well, it's on YouTube. You have to look it up on YouTube. I can't do that.
Okay. All right, one of my mods, shoot me the link to Ricky's song, please. All
right,
Ricky
Beavers. Love you, Dolly.
Peace.
And everybody give him a like.
That's right.
And send him some. Thank you.
And, all right, later, Ricky.
All right, buddy.
And we got a super chat. Colton B says they put Braille on the drive-through ATM machines for Ricky. LOL. They put Braille on the drive-through ATMs machines for Ricky. He don't need it. That's Ricky. He said it. I don't know, man. To be honest, I would trust Ricky with a gun, but if if something was going bad and he pulled a gun and there was a crowd of people, would I be confident enough that he's going to shoot the right person? I don't know. I think at that point I'm running. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be like, oh no. Right? And that might be bad because, when you run, you make noise. Right? And if Ricky's listening for noises, he might be like, dolly down. Right? And we don't want that. We don't want that. Right? He might be a better shot than me too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know how good I trust that, but I feel safe if Ricky got a gun and he ain't around me, okay? First time here, that was sweet, LOL. Well, Ricky's a good dude. Ricky's been calling in for a good while now. And Ricky is a phenomenal musician for a blind man. Okay, he gets it. Plays guitar, sings, right? And when he first told me, I was like, let me check it out. And then I was like, wow, Ricky's really talented. He's a good writer, everything. Ricky, I'll play your song, but you got to own all rights to it. I don't feel like getting struck and all that stuff. And as long as it's good to play, I'll play your music for the people. And like he says, he likes to help the veterans. He's passionate about these missing kids that are going all over the place. And you know me, I'm more the search kind of person. You know, I hear people saying child advocate, but I'm more of a people person. If you go missing, I'm going to try to hunt for you if I can. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, at this point, I don't have everything in place. I got the trailer, but once I get the truck, ATVs, I'd be out right now looking for Smo'S daughter. But that's by March, I'll be able to do that like that. Jump in the vehicle, be on the search. Dolly.
Hello?
Hello.
Dolly?
Yes.
Hi.
Hey.
Are we live?
We are live. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
South Carolina. I'm watching you on the TV, but I don't see you taking the call.
Well, it's a little bit of a delay. So turn it off on the TV.
Okay.
Or
I will.
You'll have a weird echo going on.
Okay.
Hi.
Are you taking comments and questions regarding the Idaho 4 today?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm calling your show. I've never called a show before, but because you're the only one that's saying what I believe is the truth.
What, is a serial killer?
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, it's like overpowering.
Yeah, I've been found another case that's similar to it. Well, two similar cases that are similar to it at this point. So I called it from the beginning. It had kind of like Ted Bundy characteristics. It had horror movie characteristics, and
yeah,
I think if it was a targeted attack, like the police were saying, that it would have been a couple people killed, not 4. It's overkill, and somebody in a rage ain't going to do that.
I really want to say this because I feel like I need to just speak publicly. I believe the police are not being honest.
I think they don't want to scare the public.
I don't think. Right.
I think they're being pretty honest, other than the fact that they're saying it's a targeted attack, because I believe they believe that because one person has more wounds than another. But say you were the one that woke up and they had to stab you a couple more times, you know.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And we don't even know if it was one assailant. It could possibly be 2, okay? So everybody keeps thinking, for some reason, everybody thinks it's 1, but it could be 2.
In a moment, I would like to ask you to poll your audience on a theory that I have as to the probability that it's a realistic or non-realistic probability. But first, I want to say that there's a phenomenal criminal profiler on YouTube. And can I recommend her? Because she's amazing when she talked about this case, I believe.
Yeah. I don't care.
Okay, great. Her name is Pat Brown, criminal profiler. And she did what I think is the very best 3 possible scenarios, most probable scenarios regarding the Idaho case.
Okay, what'd she say?
Oh, so she said, the 3 possible or most probable scenarios would be 1, the stalker, and she said of all 3, that would be the least likely in her opinion, just going off the public information and the public domain. She doesn't have what the police have, obviously. And then the second one was a serial killer. She said that's more probable. I've heard her say that the FBI are not telling the truth about how many serial killers there are in America. She thinks it's more like 2 per state. She said a serial killer is more probable. And number 3, she talked.
Well, Eileen, like when you look at active serial killers, because if you probably said serial killers in general, yeah, 2 a state. But if you look at active serial killers, in the United States at any given time, there's at least one in almost every state. Okay, like California will have 3. Like some of the bigger states will have a couple serial killers, but little smaller places. But the majority of places have a serial killer. That's somebody who kills with no motive. They just kill to kill.
Right. I totally agree. And the third and last scenario, she talked about Kaylee's boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, that is.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first I dismissed this. That's why I wrote to her. I don't know if she ever got the comment, but I guess she got a lot of comments asking for her opinion, so she did the video.
Mm-hmm.
But she said it is a red flag to her, and she's very experienced, that Katie and Maddie did call the ex-boyfriend so many times, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard that his phone was turned off. So one of my questions, if you want to poll the audience, is how many people turn their phones off? I find that suspicious, whether it's day or not.
I never turn my phone off. It does die a lot, like it'll be dead, but I never purposely turn it off. Ever. It's either dead.
I don't either.
It dies, and I'll go plug it in and then cut it back on. But I never turn my phone off. It may be dead, and the ringer might not be on because it's connected to my Facebook, and it's always dinging, ding, ding, ding every time somebody sends me a message. So usually I'll have the volume down, but I never turn my phone off.
I don't think that most people do, but if you could poll and ask, I would love to know. And then the second thing, if you want to poll the audience, because I would love to know everyone's opinion, as a scenario.
Most people are saying the same as me. They never turn it off. It dies and they charge it.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a thought. What is the probability that it is a targeted attack, but they killed all 4 to
make it look like it won't?
To make it look so confusing to the investigators and the public that you can never figure it out.
I don't think that to be the case, though. Honestly, I don't. I think at this point, if you was going to kill who you wanted to kill and you killed them, you would get the hell out of Dodge. You done what you needed to do.
I kind of think so, too.
And you would leave. You wouldn't sit around and go, okay, let me hang out in this house and kill as many people as I can, unless you're a damn serial killer.
Unless you're desperate for attention to be on the news.
Look, I don't blame the police what they're doing. Are you going to put the whole college place in? That's why they're ramping up the police. They know it's a serial killer. They know it's a serial killer. They can't go, there's a serial killer running loose, because everybody would panic, and then people would start flooding the police lines. So I hear some noise in my backyard. They would get 1 billion calls, right? So they got to say, look, you're not in danger. It's a targeted attack.
Right.
The public's safe. But they're not. They're not. Anybody that's capable of doing this can kill again.
Right. But see, supposedly, their number one priority is supposed to be public safety. And then behind that, solving the crime. So I think they need to be truthful. If this is a serial killer, they need to say that. And people need to have protection. If they're legally able to have protection and they're mentally stable to have protection, I would have protection.
Well, at this point, if it wasn't a serial killer, it is a serial killer now because he killed multiple people with no motive. It makes you a serial killer.
Yeah. So how are you finding all the cases that have recently come out about the other stabbings in other nearby states?
Well, it's been over periods of years, but here's my thought. Just as my years of experience of watching serial killers and watching documentaries on serial killers, every damn serial killer I can think of, that's what got me so much into true crime, is it had so many serial killer tendencies, and I don't think this killer to be a young person. I believe this serial killer is someone in between the age of 35 and 45 years old. Okay? So we can go back. If these things started, somebody said, well, this stabbing was 7 years ago. Well, if the serial killer, if he's 45 years old, what, you don't think he was stabbing people at 35? You know what I'm saying? Some serial killers kill people over a length of 20, 30 years. Okay?
Right.
So to think this dude couldn't have started off breaking into a house, we got a robbery. Okay, we got somebody or peeping Tom. You know, it's going to start something simple. Then we got the first stabbings. Then we got the husband and wife, where the husband dies, the wife survives. Now, years later, we got 4 dead in the college. To say that ain't no damn serial killer, it's a serial killer now. If it won't, it's a serial killer now. So
I want to know
there's
what
a serial killer on the loose.
The wife that survived, I want to know what she says
The
about
man had a mask on.
Okay.
Was a man in a mask.
Is that all she said?
Yeah, it wasn't super detailed. She got stabbed. They were sleeping, and somebody came in her house and stabbed her and her husband. At first, I thought it was the husband that survived. I guess I read it wrong. But it's the wife that survived, and the husband died. But, you know, this has happened over a long period of time. But look at serial killers. Ted Bundy killed over a long period of time. Jeffrey Dahmer killed over a long period of time. What is it, TBK? He did his stuff over a long period of time. I mean, everybody. The Night Stalker. These people that have that killing in them, they do it until they're caught. If it takes 30 years to get caught, they do it over a 30-year span. If it takes 5 years to get caught, they going, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I think they have released a little too much information on this case. And that may end up hurting the case. That because the coroner lady, who's really just a nurse, went on this news spree. And I hope it doesn't ruin the investigation.
And what did she say?
She talked about where the stab wounds were located.
Where were they located? I'm curious of that myself.
Oh, okay. It was in the torso. She said a lot of it was in the torso. But, you know, that's something that if they ever find the person that really did it, you know.
Yeah, but my big thing was, did she say anything about entrance-exit wounds, like how big the knife was?
I'm not sure. I haven't watched all her interviews. I really just kind of heard it. I need to go back and watch all of that,
Because, you know, the right-size knife, it's going to go through you. You know, a big knife, especially with somebody slamming it down in your chest while you're sleeping, that thing might go through your chest and out your back, depending on how thick of a person you are and how big of a knife it is. Because most of them straight blade knives are at least that long. That would go straight through me. I mean, I'm not that wide of a guy.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious. So most of them were stabbed. So none of them had, like, she didn't say nothing about throats cut or nothing like that. There's a lot of blood.
I'm not sure. I would have to recheck.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, I appreciate you calling in.
Oh, I really enjoyed talking with you. And like I said, I'm going to keep watching because you're the only one saying what I believe to be true.
Yeah, and that's just because it has all those tendencies. I mean, I've watched so much serial killer shit. If this ain't a serial killer, he is now.
Just one last thing, and I'll hurry off. I am feeling frustrated because all these so-called experts, including the FBI and everybody else, you know, I just can't believe they keep saying it's so targeted. I'm frustrated with hearing that. And thank you for your time. I enjoyed talking to you about it.
Okay, you have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Dolly.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, what's up, Papercut Tina?
Hi, Papercut. I should say who I am.
You know I got a Papercut right there. I got one today. Speaking of you, well, last night. It was a pretty deep one too, and it hurts. It's like them paper cuts.
You got a real paper cut.
Yes.
Oh my God! You know what else is awful are slivers, and not the big ones, the teeny little ones you can hardly dig out.
Like a splinter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was not going to call. You know, I've been on panel, and I was on Rebels panel last night, and yeah, I joined his show. It was nice. It was nice. Yours and his are the only two I've done. I don't want to spread myself too thin. It takes up a lot of time, but it's great.
You go.
But listen, I'm calling because you reminded me when you were talking to, I think, the gal before me, or maybe the person before that, that somebody said possibly this killer in Idaho is connected to two in Washington State.
Or connected to Washington State. I heard some stuff about being connected to some stuff in Oregon, but I mean that's just internet rumor, trying to connect things that are similar. But I mean at this point, I don't know if it's connected to any crime. The police are saying it's targeted and that the public shouldn't have to worry. But if there's somebody in the public in your community that could go out and brutally stab 4 people in the chest, that don't worry you none.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm calling. I'm in Washington State. It's like
check under your bed. The boogeyman is real. Thank you, Gene. $10 super sticker, and thank you. Let's see what this says. Hold on one second, Paper Cut Tina. I don't want to miss this super chat. I can see how the RMs didn't hear anything. Think of it. They were all asleep, and the person on the next floor didn't alert the third floor, vice versa. Yeah, I mean, it could happen. And the killer could have just walked in and said, well, man, I'm tired of killing. Let me leave. I don't feel like getting these 2 downstairs, I don't know. But I still don't think it's somebody they know. And thank you, Shannon, for the $5 super sticker. Well, super chat. We got a super chat, right? But anyway, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
or the roommates are killers. Why ain't there no blood trails leading out that house? Seems like seems like the killer would be covered in blood.
Yeah, well, you know what? That thing I called you about, or told you about the other night, the Venmo thing that I saw, I saw the Venmos, so it's not rumor, Ethan Chapin, that night, they died at 10:30 p.m., sent a Venmo to a Jack K, which happens to be, the Jack K they're talking about is Kaylee's now boyfriend. And then a Venmo was sent and with just the word thanks on it, THNX, from Ethan Chapin to him. And then Jack K sent one, I'm not sure what time, I should have, made better note of that, to Liz K, no, he didn't. Molly G sent one to Liz K, which is Jack K's sister, remember, it just said 3:30 on it. Now, this is the thing.
Do you think the kids plan to hit?
Yeah, I think a couple of those,
That's how they were communicating through Venmo?
I guess, and apparently, it's some web sleuths that looked into the Venmos before the police, but what freaked me out is I was like, oh, what channel was that? And then I found it. It's the Inquisitor, INQUISITOR. And it's quite an amazing channel, YouTube channel, the Inquisitor or Inquisitor. And I went. It said, "Who is Jack?" Right? That's what the name of it is. And I looked at it again, and I was going to take pictures on my little flip phone. And if anybody needed proof of those Venmos with Molly G and what it said of her, I would just text it, and possibly it would work. I went to it last night, and it freaked me out. My heart almost felt like it was going to stop. It was gone. And I was like, okay, was it on a different one? And I went through all of the videos. And my gut feeling is this person got some flack, maybe even some, threats. I don't know. But they cut it off right at like a 4-minute and 3-second mark. So the Molly G thing, the second Venmo part isn't on there. And it just startled me. So I looked at some other of the Inquisitor videos, and they pulled up incident reports, right? All the different calls the police get and stuff.
Yeah, in that neighborhood.
And the dates were the 17th, and I believe it was they died on the 13th. I think it was the 13th that day, and then the 17th. And that just made my heart sink. I was watching this, and there were some things like, a guy in a big black coat with a black ski mask following someone, and another person was in a parking lot literally burying something in dirt near a parking lot, but the cops, the Moscow police didn't make any reports. It was no report on all of these things. And it just makes me wonder if maybe any of it's tied into anything, things being dumped in, suspicious calls and whatnot. So that was interesting. And then the other thing I heard was the fraternity. I can't remember the name of it. Something Chi. Is it Sigma?
I'm not
or
for
Phi
sure.
Delta? I know. Their windows, you're literally able to see into the windows, the distance into that house on King Street. But I don't honestly think it really had anything to do with any frat kids there. But again, who knows? I really do think this is targeted. I will until I find out otherwise. But that's just, the Inquisitor is a pretty amazing thing to look at. It's not someone talking. It just shows things with this kind of eerie music. But I'll let you go. I just wanted to say, I did want to say to you, because I couldn't write all this in the chat for you to see, when I was on when you were making soap, packaging soap, I had no idea that I know you were kind of joking but kind of serious, because I am a mod, and you were like, okay, you're going to be my eyes. You're my eyes, Tina. The guardian of the chat. That's what you said. And I couldn't remember. I had to go back and I made notes, because my short-term memory really is
telling you to read the chat to me while I made the soap so I can hear what the people were saying. Because when I'm doing stuff, I can't read the chat. So I told you if anybody asked me any questions, just read it out loud so I could hear the question.
Exactly, but this is the thing. I heard you asking that question, but I'd never picked up on the word Tina. And I don't know if it just wasn't loud enough through my iPad. So that's why when you said something to me 2 or 3 times, Tina, you were supposed to do this. And I know you weren't massively serious or upset, but I was just ignoring you. I was ignoring you because I just didn't know. I didn't know that you wanted me to look into the chat. So I wanted to get that off my chest and say that. And I'll let you go, and I'm having a lot of fun, and thank you for everything. I made sure I saved a few dollars on my card so I can re-sign up for the month.
All right. Peace.
Bye-bye.
This is a certified hood classic.
There you go. Paper Cut Tina. Only on Dolly Vision. All right. You don't get no entertainment like that nowhere else. Okay. So the important thing today is, keep your eyes out. Right here. Let me share this picture one more time. Hold on, caller. Let me share this. On Lanisa, and that is Big Smo'S daughter, Tennessee. Keep your eyes out on this 2002 Silver Pathfinder and this woman right here, okay? She's 19 years old. She's missing. Let her daddy know if you know the real Big Smo. Okay? Sorry about all that ringing while I was trying to tell y'all that. But that is the Big Smo's daughter. She's been missing. If you see or hear anything, reach out to her father at The Real Big Smo on Facebook. It may seem stupid, but if you've seen her in the last day or two, let her dad know. He's worried to death. At this point, it seems like there might be something bad that's happened. But, as I find out more, I'll let you guys know, of course, and just keep praying that, she's just off somewhere. Young lady's met somebody or something like that. Dolly.
Dolly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just trying to save you. I was reading the chat. Whoa. Reading the chat, and somebody said, call Dolly.
Okay. Well, you called me.
I was just trying to save you. Hi, this is Sandra This is Sandra in Madison, Indiana. Have a good night, bud. And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I've talked to you a couple times. I've talked to Betty and sent Betty a little gift, and hopefully it'll help things out. So you keep doing the good work, and I'll keep watching.
All right. Peace.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Okay, what was y'all saving me from? I'm good. I'm good. Stop apologizing, Tina. I love the video that the little kids saying I love the turtles. Big prayers for their family. I love Paper Cut. You're good, Tina. We love Paper Cut. LOL. No Time for Crime. That is the call-in number. She just posted 757-797-6694. And thank you, No Time for Crime. And hey, PJ, Not So Secret Diary. Or just PJ. All right. Betty is funny AF. I love her. Tina, we all love you. I'm a foreigner. Tina comes with the information. She takes notes. She's ready. She's prepared. She does her homework. Okay? Maybe a little bit too much. Okay? She takes notes on everything. That's how she got her name. You know. There's only one Paper Cut. Dolly!
Dolly!
Yeah.
Are you going to check out that Levi Smith, the baby?
I've heard some things about it. Fill us in on the Levi Smith thing. I haven't really dug deep into it because I've been so busy because I'm in the middle of renovating my house. It's just a lot going on for me. So I've seen something about something on it, but I'm not really filled in on it.
Well, it's in Willacoochee, Georgia, which is right between Swainsboro and Millen, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And the baby was like over 9 pounds when he was born, healthy, nothing wrong with him. But the mother starved him to death, and at 5 months old, he died.
Oh, Lord.
And the only video I've seen, there's been no news anchor on it or anything.
Uh-huh.
And as far as I know, she has not been.
Is the mama in jail?
Don't think so.
Oh, Lord, what's with Georgia? Boy, I ain't going down Georgia. I go to damn jail.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on in Georgia. That's the reason I stay out here in the country.
I don't know what's going on in Georgia either, but I ain't going back to Georgia but for court. I mean, I'll go to the border of Georgia until this court stuff's over with. I had heard people talking about them, but I didn't know the details that the mother had starved them to death, and I had seen a picture of them.
Did you see the video? He was so weak he couldn't even cry.
That is horrible. That is absolutely horrible. That seems like that would be worse than what Leilani did, because this lady didn't. That lady tortured that baby to death.
It is. I mean,
starving somebody's like a form of torture.
Hanging from his little arms, because he was a little fat little dude when he was born, but the skin just sagging off his. It's just terrible.
Oh, that's so horrible. That is so horrible.
And it don't even look like she washed his hair, because it had how babies get cradle scalp. It was just. I was just wondering if you were going to check into it or what.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know the situation in it, you know what I'm saying? But if it's a Georgia case, I mean, I can talk about it. I can't go do, you know what I'm saying? That's more of a Betty, go raise hell, Betty.
Betty's to it on some of it. Because I watched her the other day.
She did speak on it?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's more of a Betty kind of, if she ain't in jail, Betty go raise some hell kind of thing. Betty's not far from Georgia either, but right now I think Betty's out on some top secret shit. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing either. But
it better be something good that Dolly don't know.
I got to go over there sometime this week. I said I got to go over that area sometime this week and get my eyeglasses, and I'm gonna check in on it and see what all's been done to it.
Yeah, people were saying in the chat room the baby was starved to death. That's super horrible. That is super horrible. They should starve that mama to death. Lock her ass in a room with no food.
Exactly. I say hang her from her nostrils and get rid of her.
From her nothing.
I'm serious. I'm just cutting dry. I don't like people hurting me.
Nostrils.
I'm serious.
I guess. I mean, that's pretty brutal. But yeah, I'd say you starve somebody to death like that, and so she purposely just starved him to death.
Yeah, purposely done it. They took her other child and put it in foster care.
So she had 2 kids, but one died and the other didn't. She's starving both kids?
They said that she did it to the first one when it was first born, but somehow or another that baby was strong enough to make it.
Huh.
Was that baby like 2 years old now?
Did she say she had a reason for starving the babies? Like, is this something I do? I starved them the first month. Makes them strong. You know, I don't know. Does she have a theory on why not to feed the baby?
That it could take care of itself.
That the baby could take care of itself.
Right.
I ain't never met a baby that could take care of itself.
Me neither.
Yeah. That must be a different type of new breed of babies. They just come out ready to get a job.
Well, she looks just about like Leilani did.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I can't deal with that nightmare. Yeah, pass that one on to Betty. That's a Betty story right there. I can't take no more Leilani. I just can't do it.
I hear you. I mean, and if they give her, I mean, with the charges she's got, I mean, she does stand a chance of, you know, them.
Do you know how old the mom is?
She's about
Thank you,
Leilani's
Mary.
age.
Thank you for your super chat. It says, thank you, Dolly, for all the you do, especially for looking for the missing children. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, Mary. Yeah, well, you know, I hope there's justice for that little baby. If she did this, then I hope the Georgia police get her in jail and she gets the same thing Leilani gets. The rest of her life in prison.
The same weekend that happened, there was a 14-year-old boy and a 19-year-old, his uncle, was on a side-by-side, and the uncle was drinking. And the 14-year-old boy fell out, and he got killed.
Yeah, that's...
So he's serving, he's going to serve manslaughter.
Yeah, that's manslaughter.
Mm-hmm. See?
Yeah.
But I was just wondering.
I appreciate you calling.
All right.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Yeah, if that girl ain't in jail, that sounds like a Bullhorn Betty story. You know what I'm saying? Last time I messed with a girl that wasn't in jail, I went to jail. Okay? In Georgia, the same place this is going on. So you can count Dolly out of that one. But if there's anything I can do other than go down there and protest the family, let me know. Okay? And I don't mind doing that. Okay? But, yeah. Georgia got to get on the game about locking people up. You kill people, you should be in jail. I mean, it's pretty, seems like it should be a no-brainer, right? Even my no-brain having ass understands that if you kill somebody, you deserve to be in jail, okay? And my brain is sitting in a cloud of smoke, okay? And it knows that is wrong. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
Just to piggyback on what that last caller said.
All right, who is this and where are you calling from?
California.
All right. Your name is California?
No.
Okay.
I'm from California. This is Suzanne.
All right, Suzanne. What's up from California?
Hey, Dolly!
Dolly!
The girl that allowed her baby to starve to death, she had a mother just like Billy Sue.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere near that. That sounds like a bad omen. That sounds like deja vu to me.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I know, PJ.
I watched, I could have turned my sound down. I watched it on Justice for All. Huh?
I was just saying thank you to Jess. She had a super sticker. We got a super sticker.
Oh, okay. I think I got a sticker, sister, or whatever.
Thank you. You said it now. I ain't got to say it. Thank you, Jess. But yeah, that sounds like a Leilani Billy Joe all over again. I don't want no parts in it. I done had that
That's terrible.
experience in life. Okay, I got the trophy, the badge. Been there, done that. I don't need to do it again.
Yeah, but you still could watch the video.
Yeah, that's. I just, they need to tighten up their law enforcement. What are they looking for? Proof that she starved the baby to death? If the damn baby starved to death,
They know and everything. It's crazy. And the thought that I kept thinking of, what about when I had kids?
When the baby starved to death, did she report it? Like, did she say my baby's dead?
They took the baby to the hospital or something.
Oh, and the baby died at the hospital?
No, the baby was dead.
Oh, they took the baby dead to the hospital.
Yeah, or called 911. But here's the deal: the mom of this daughter, I can't remember her name.
Is it the one that was starved to
She went
death?
over and checked on her. She went over and checked on her, yeah, and gave the baby back to the daughter, just like Billy Sue did with Leona, whatever her name is.
Leilani.
Leilani.
I can't even remember her name now. Leilani.
That's terrible.
It's Leilani.
But here's the deal. When I had kids, I've had 5 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I raised 2 grandkids for a short time. When they were infants, they had appointments like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks for the first couple of months.
Yeah, well.
Don't you remember that?
What? Say it one more time.
When your daughter was little, when she was first born, don't you remember her having wellness appointments like the first 6 months?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's up with these appointments? Because the baby was 9 pounds, and when she had starved the baby was down to like, I think 4 pounds or some.
She probably wasn't taking him to the doctor, because if you would have took the baby to the doctor, he would have said, "Why is this baby 5 pounds underweight?" Because by then he would have been. And why didn't nobody report it when they seen a baby that skinny?
She took pictures of this baby that skinny. I remember the mom of the daughter that had the baby.
Does she have like Munchausen syndrome or something like that?
No, she just she could not connect with the baby, just like Leilani. And she had told her mom. Okay,
I missed Kimberly's 12-month milestone. Well, thank you, Kimberly, for your 12-month milestone. Let me go back up and see what it says. Sorry to cut you off.
That's all right.
Okay, well, I can't pull it up, so. Well, thanks, Kimberly, for being a member for 12 months. All right, go ahead, caller.
So when the mom came and got the baby, she took the baby to work and was showing the baby off at work. I don't know if she was showing her off, because how could you be showing off a baby that's starving to death?
Yeah.
And you could see all the veins in her neck and everything. You could see that she was malnutrition. She looked like the little babies in Africa.
Wow.
Their stomachs were all bloated and everything. It's horrible. She gave the baby back to her daughter. And her daughter said, "I'm going to try for 1 more month. And if I can't take it, then I'll turn the baby in." But here's the deal. If she missed those doctor's appointments, they would be turned into social services.
I don't think so, because she could be in the process of switching doctors or anything.
I don't know. They were pretty strict back then when I had kids. You didn't miss those appointments.
Yeah, it would have had to miss every appointment, because a doctor would have noticed that.
Well, sure.
Especially a baby malnourished, and because it would have been getting vitamins and still stuff after pregnancy, prenatal stuff. I mean, after the pregnancy.
Yeah.
So definitely for checkups and things like that. I don't know. I don't know how how that baby could get in a condition where people would let somebody's baby starve to death.
Well,
and these mothers that do this, it's crazy because, they're safe havens. If you don't want a child, you can take that child, you can turn it over at the hospital, the fire department.
Young girls, I've known young mothers that have done that.
The police station, they won't charge you with any charge either. They won't get you for child neglect. They won't get you for anything. They'll just take the baby. They'll find it a home. They'll put, you know what I'm saying? And you don't go to prison for the rest of your life. If you don't want to be a mother, don't be a mother.
Right. Or if you can't handle it, don't.
Or at least reach out for help,
Yeah.
If you can't handle it, if you're a young mother and you can't handle it, it's nothing wrong with saying you need help. Hey, man, these kids are driving me crazy. I need help.
Right.
It's hard to raise a kid. There's a point where I was a single father, and I know it's hard. I know it's hard on women, single mothers. I know it's hard as shit. So I know that one for sure. So if you need help, reach out. I was fortunate I had help. You know what I'm saying? But some people ain't, and it gets to them, and they don't know what to do. But the answer is never hurting your child. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
even if you need to be away from your child
kids
for a while, it's better you let the state have your child for right now until you get your shit together, and then you try to get your kids back. Then have your kids in a situation where it's going to be bad for them, in a situation where it could scar them for life, or it's going to cost them their lives.
Right.
So,
I just, there's a difference in being overwhelmed and having a bad day than totally neglecting your child and abusing your child. And
I think that lady chose a life of prison if that's what she done to that child. Just like Leilani, she was a pretty girl. She probably could have had a bright future, and she threw her whole life away. And if she didn't want to be a mother, she could have been like, okay, I don't want this child. Somebody please take care of it. I can't handle it. This ain't the life I want to live. And somebody would have loved to have that boy. He was a beautiful little kid. And she took that from him. And now, she's going to get everything she has taken. And that's what she deserves.
Oh, that's just absolutely horrible.
Yeah. And these people know this. It's widely known about these safe havens. And if you have a young daughter, let them know to have kids. Like, look, if you ever think about hurting your kid, take it here or bring it to me. I mean, it's better to say it to them and let them have the knowledge of knowing there's places you can take a child if you don't want it, than just to hurt the child, And as a man, I know that. And I'm not even a woman, that there's a place to take your kids. You can take them to the fire department, the police station, the hospital, drop them off. You will not be criminally charged with one single thing.
The thing that keeps getting me, and I far from perfect. I haven't been a perfect mom or a grandma, but
there's nobody's perfect anyway.
In one of my daughter's life, that she was in a domestic violent relationship, and I got sick and tired of my youngest grandson being in the middle of it, and I finally told her, I'm taking him, and you're not getting him back and I didn't let her live with me, of course not. And there came a time that she got away from that man, and she got her son back and everything.
And it's better that it happened that way, because no kid needs to be subject to that.
No.
Screaming, hollering, fighting. They don't.
Well, my grandson was trying to beat the guy up, and he got thrown down the stairs.
Oh, Lord.
He was like 5 or 6, I think. He was that age.
Oh my God! Yeah, that dude needs to be in.
Oh no, he's coming home with
jail.
Well, he did get put in jail, but
good.
It took time for my daughter to get her life together, and I told her, she just needs the help right now. But
yeah, well, that's what.
Anyways, I just wanted to let you know about. I thought you would be happy to know that the mother of this not mother was doing the same thing Billy Sue or whatever her name was doing.
Oh, wow, man. That's a lot of that going on in Georgia, boy. I'm staying away from Georgia, though, but, I'll make sure Betty knows all about it.
Okay, well, I did put a thing in where you can type, what is that called?
The super chat?
The chat. I put a little saying in the super chat, and it's Susie Q.
Thank you. Well, thank you for your super chat.
Well,
And
no,
thank you
no, it's not money. It's not money.
well, still
I
thank
don't
you.
have money.
Okay.
I'm poor, poor, poor.
We're both
But I
of
put a
us
little,
then.
but I put a little saying in the thing. I want you to find my name and see what it said.
Okay.
It's just a little funny thing.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
All right. Okay.
You
bye.
have a good one.
All right. You too.
All right. Peace.
Bye.
I got something in common with her. We both broke. So I hope everybody is having a great day. And like I said, hopefully there's some answers for these college kids that ended up losing their life. And this is a good reason to, watch your surroundings, lock your doors. And it's a little bit of what horror movies are made of. And just keep your prayers and your eyes open for Big Smo'S daughter. All right. I believe it's Lanisha Smith. Is that it? Hold on, let me make sure I said that right. I'm so bad with names and things like that. Let's see, my daughter. Let's make sure I said her name right. All right, but let me share a picture. Yeah, Lanisha Smith. Yeah, I said it right. Damn. I'm getting better. All right, this is her photograph. Right? And I have heard she's had blonde hair too. So maybe picture her with blonde hair. But, this is her with red hair. And she was in a 2002, champagne silver Nissan Pathfinder. Last seen Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Okay, so if you're in the Tennessee area, anywhere around Murfreesboro, or if you've seen this vehicle in the last couple of days, or if you've seen this girl in the last couple of days, make sure you reach out to her dad on Facebook. He goes by the name of The Real Big Smo. Okay? Send him any leads, any tips, any things like that. If you see her, reach out to your law enforcement. She is being reported as a missing person. So I'm sure they will do a welfare check if they see her to make sure she's okay and she's not being held against her will. She is an adult. She does have the right to be anywhere she wants to be in the damn world and don't have to call anybody if she don't want to. But this is out the norm according to her father. So you never know. Any little clue could be the clue to figuring out where she is, okay? Or if you definitely know where she's at, definitely reach out to somebody and at least let the father know she's okay, okay? If it's something where she don't want to come home or she don't want to live with her dad or any of those things, because she is a young lady, at least let him know so he don't worry himself to death, okay? Let me jump back over here. And the phone lines are still open. The call-in number is on the screen. I'm going to be here with you guys for another 15 minutes. And then I have to get out of here, guys. But it's always cool hanging out with my turtles. Make sure y'all hit the like button if you haven't already. Awesome mods here. Yeah, mods, they work hard. They work their ass off. And they keep the chat room cool. They keep the trolls out for the most part. Every now and then we get one that leaks through. You know what I'm saying? She's 19 years old. She's 6'3", 250 pounds. Last seen leaving Shelbyville Taco Bell drive-thru at 1:46 a.m. Okay? So if you was out there late at night, because you would have had to been out late. And my mom used to tell me, there ain't nobody out past midnight but cops and crooks. So there ain't just like saying there's not a lot of reasons to be out that late at night. And when you're young and you're making these Taco Bell runs, especially late at night, there's a lot of bad people. There's a lot of bad people in this world, and you just never know. She is 6'3". Yeah, she is a big girl. Dolly. Yeah, she's 250 plus. She's 6'3". In this picture here, she has red hair, wears glasses. Yeah. If you see her, here she is. Let's show her again. That is her. All right, let me jump back over here so I can answer this phone call. Dolly!
Dolly.
Yes.
What's up with unblocking me?
I've been trying. What's your screen name?
What's
your screen name?
The one I've been emailing you. I tried to send you a link in the messenger.
Yeah, I can't find you. You're not blocked up there. You're not even in there.
Well, that's crazy because 2 other chats had me blocked, and I sent them a link, and they both unblocked me. Duty Ron.
Well, I looked multiple times for you. I even had somebody else look, and couldn't find
I don't
you.
understand it. It sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I swear to you, I actually tried. If I didn't, I'd be like I didn't try look for you. But I actually tried to look for your screen name. I looked multiple times, and I had somebody else come in and look for it just in case I overlooked it. Because there's like 300 people blocked. We block so many trolls. So I went through the list, and you was just not in there.
What about if you put the numbers? Or I don't know how they do it with the link. It's got the 159 with it, and you know what I mean. On the
I
link,
don't know how to do all that. To be dead ass honest with you.
Somehow he clicked. They had me send them the link that I sent you. Only I had to send it to their email. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. It does look different when you send it to an email.
Oh,
but I don't know your
there's
email.
something to it then. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't know. I didn't see you, so I don't know how to unblock you. I mean,
What's your email?
JimmyJams757 at gmail.com. And Jams is spelled with a Z, not a S.
All right, what about I send them there? Then when you try unblocking it?
I can try. I can't make any promises because I've done looked twice and I had somebody else look. But I'll try. I mean, that's all I can do for you, to be honest.
Yeah, I seen something on there where it says unblock.
Yeah, because I didn't block you. I don't usually personally block anybody. You got to be a real bad troll, and my trolls got to not. I mean, my mods don't have to be in here if I block you. You know.
Yeah, well, I swear to you, I didn't do nothing. I swear to you.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't have a problem unblocking you. It's a matter of finding you.
Yeah,
the thing here, guys, is don't say something so stupid you get blocked. Because there's so many people blocked, you might get blocked and not get back out. You know?
Yeah, well,
it ain't like back in the day where there's 10 people on the block list. There's hundreds of people on the block list now.
Yeah, well, anything I was doing was rooting for you some thumbs up. You know what I mean? That's all I was trying to do, get some thumbs up.
I know, and sometimes people accidentally get blocked. But I mean, it's a nightmare to unblock people. I did unblock a couple people, too, that had wrote and said they accidentally got blocked. But I remember yours. I couldn't find it. It's I heart something, right?
Yeah, I want heart you touch.
Yeah, I didn't have nothing like that even in there. I even remember the name, so that shows you right there. I looked for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe you. You know what I mean? But did you see when I was going in there and before you'd even come on live, I'd say he needs to get 100 likes before he comes in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. You just don't be beefing with the mods because one of the mods might have sniped you. I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't even get in a beef with them. They didn't say nothing to me about it. I was just blocked.
The mods got magical powers, boy. They got the power to chop you in the neck. They're like assassins.
The only reason I put it together is because in another chat room, that's exactly what was happening. I was trying to root on for Did You Ron. And you know what I mean?
Usually we don't have a problem with you rooting us on. It's usually when you're like saying something crazy or something of that nature, you know?
No, the mods in the rooms do get on you about it. They ride your back about it sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, well, I try to put good people in place, and I trust my mods. For the most part.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But they've actually.
It's very rare we get a rogue one. We get, every channel gets a rogue mod every now and then. We get one every, once a year or so. Somebody bucks off and,
Yeah. Well, I've watched them ride on. Yeah, I've watched them ride on someone else's back for the same thing, and then block them. That you wouldn't see that person no more.
Well, I try to put good people in place. That are just generally good people.
Yeah, it's hard to pick them out. You know what I mean?
And they have my best interest in mind.
Yeah.
They don't want nothing bad to happen to me. You good with me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So it's JimmyJam757 at gmail.com.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna try and send you a link.
All right. Peace.
All right. Thank you.
Spam in the chat. Well, don't care if people spam the chat, get the likes up. If you spam in the chat for me, that's fine, but don't like overdo it. You know, there's a limit of like, don't harass people to like the video. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, just twist your arm. I better like it now, right? But of course, we want people to like the video so the algorithm shares my ugly face because it's a little bit Freddy Kruegerish, right? So we need Dolly out there. I can't get that little plaque on the wall that says 100K without each and every one of you, right? And then we're going to destroy it because that's what I want it for. Because all that hard work, of course, you got to destroy it when you get it, right? Well, that's what I'm going to do. Live. So that means sub up, like the video. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hello.
It's Danielle. I'm known as Danny B in chat.
Danny B.
So I was calling because I've seen someone in chat mention the name of a little boy who I've been keeping track of his case. He's missing from, now I'm probably going to say this wrong, Yakima, Washington, and his name... I
think you said that right.
Okay. But his name is, I think it's Lucian, Lucian.
Lucian?
Mungwai. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he was 4 when he went missing, but his birthday was on October 5th, and he turned 5. And his dad took him to the park with his siblings, and he had to change the diaper of the smallest one. So we ran back to the car, which he said wasn't too far from where the boys were playing. And he said it literally just took him a minute to change the diaper. And when he turned around, the little boy was gone.
How many little boys did he have? How many kids did he have with him?
I believe it was 3.
Okay,
and
so he
his
left
brother,
2 at the park and went back with 1, and just the one brother was gone?
Yeah, he said the 6-year-old and Lucian was playing on the like little jungle gym, and he said normally, you know, the slides would occupy him for a minute or 2, and he said that the car wasn't far away at all, that he popped open the trunk and changed the diaper there, and he said his back was turned or whatever for literally just a minute, and when he turned around, Lucian was gone. Now the only thing about him is that he's on the spectrum for autism.
The boy is, or the father?
The boy is.
Okay.
And he's, at first they were saying he was nonverbal, but in articles that I've been reading, it says that he's somewhat nonverbal. So he can communicate, and he's obsessed with like ocean life, anything to do with the ocean or water. And that there's fast-flowing rivers, ponds, and a deep lake in the direction that he was last seen. And so
who was he last seen by?
I'm guessing his father and his brother.
No, I mean, if he was last seen in the direction of a lake, who seen him in that direction?
In the articles, it says that like he was last seen like southeast.
Yeah, but that don't make no sense to me, because what adult would see a child by itself in any direction and not just let it walk off? What adult would do that? Not me. I'd be like, hey kid, especially a little tiny kid, hey, where's your parents? You know?
Yeah.
Don't go towards the, you know what I'm saying? If I see a kid walking towards the lake, I'm gonna be like, hey, where's your dad? Where's your mom? You know what I'm saying? I don't see, because if somebody seen the kid to know what direction he's going in, why didn't they do anything is my biggest thing. Like, if I seen a kid just by itself out to walk out in traffic, you don't think I'm going to stop, jump the fuck out, and get the kid out of traffic? I mean, a normal person's going to do that. I mean, I would think, I would hope, if you would just ride by and leave a fucking kid by itself, something is wrong with you.
Right, 100%. Now, the dad said, you know, he was there 1 minute and gone the next. So
yeah, it says a witness, somebody in the chat said a witness saw him head towards the lake. That is crazy. That is crazy. Why didn't that witness do anything?
Right, and they said that they've had lots of divers out there they've even shown underwater, like what they're dealing with and how the water is all like murky and
Some
things
people
can
don't.
get caught up.
Yeah, people I guess don't know the old saying. It takes a village to raise a child. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You know,
And it was a beautiful day outside from what all the articles are saying, so they couldn't have been the only people at that park.
I came from an era where the neighbors watched you. It didn't matter if it was your parents. You did something wrong outside, a neighbor would come out and whip your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
People kept an eye on everybody. It was like if you watching a kid walk towards a lake, there's no adult supervision, and it's a dangerous lake with currents. You wouldn't stop that child. I'd be like, oh yeah, I seen him. He was walking towards the lake. Like what? Why didn't you do anything? You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
And if the kid did fall in a lake, you could have prevented it. All you had to do was say, hey, kid, where's your parents? Come here. Let's get you to a law enforcement. Pull out your cell phone, hold the little kid there, call the police and say, hey, look, I'm standing here. There's a 5-year-old, 4-year-old little kid standing here with me. There's no parents in sight. I'm at this park at so-and-so, and call the authorities. They'll come out there. They'll take the kid and do whatever they got to do, find its parents, take it to social services or whatever it may be. But there should never be a time that a 5-year-old kid is anywhere near no water, anywhere, any of that unsupervised. Because that's dangerous as shit. We hear about kids drowning in lakes all the time.
I completely agree with you because my nephew is autistic and they're little escape artists.
And I don't want to say anything bad about the father, but he should have never took his eyes off them kids. Never. Never, never, never.
I know.
But one little mistake.
That's all it takes.
Look at Michael Vaughan. His dad's, he made one little mistake. He took his eyes off, and that was in the house. He did that in the house and something bad happened. Imagine doing that in a park where there's predators, there's creepers, there's places the kid could fall and get, you know what I'm saying? Tragically hurt and shit. I don't know. He should have never took his eyes off that kid.
Law enforcement has said that they don't think it's the parents, that they're not looking at the parents. And,
yeah, especially
I don't know.
if there's a witness that's seen the kid going a certain direction, then of course the parents ain't got nothing to do with it. Then the kids just wandered off. But damn,
it just breaks my heart because I've seen one video covering it, and they're like, "Oh, it's the dad." But like I said, I have an autistic nephew, so it made me so upset because autistic children, that's their thing. They bolt. You have to keep your eye on them for every second.
The little boy in California they just found recently dead in a lake. You know, he ran off. He was there. They turned their back for a second. He ran off into the, and they found him dead in the lake.
And this little boy, that's his thing. He loves the water. He loves, he's named like 100 ocean life because when they're autistic, sometimes they have like one thing that they'll just be really good at, and that was his thing. He could name all these animals in the ocean. But my point is that
so he probably seen water and ran right towards it, you know.
Oh, yeah. And my nephew's gotten out once or twice. It just, like you said, it just takes a split second for you to take your eye off of them. And so now, of course, my brother's got 6 foot tall, iron gate fences, security out the wazoo. And like you said, if somebody sees a kid alone, you stop and you figure out what's going on. That's happened. Police come, they figure out, okay, he's just autistic, he escaped, but they were all out looking for him, and, everything gets ironed out.
When I took my kid to the park, because I lived a little bit in the hood, but there was one park we'd go to, and I'd walk through it, kick around in the sand, make sure there wasn't no crack pipes or anything. That was my first thing, any needles or anything like that, before I let Tiff run all through it. You know what I'm saying? This is when she was little. And then as she would do it, there's times in the slide that I'll lose sight of it, and I would just rotate around it. Like I wouldn't sit down. I'd just circle the park, like slowly. Like I'd just be walking, playing on my phone, but just steadily watching my kid. You know what I'm saying? I glance down to text if nobody's around. Look, but she's right there. There ain't nowhere she can go. And that's how I did it. I just hovered.
Oh yeah, I'm a helicopter
then again,
mom
like I said,
myself.
I lived in a bad neighborhood, so it made me hover too. You know what I'm saying? I don't live in the best neighborhood. I ain't so much worried about somebody running up kidnapping, but shootings and robberies and things like that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was really like,
same here.
Just in case I got to grab her and go kind of.
Yeah, no,
thing,
I
you know what I'm saying?
understand.
So I've always been a hover parent.
Uh-huh.
Go to the bus stop, wait for the bus to get there. That type of person.
I I live in Houston, so there's some spotty areas. So I'm right there with you. I'm a helicopter mom. My husband's like, sit down on the bench, and I'm like, no, I'm good right here next to her.
Yeah, but like I said, I didn't live in the best neighborhood, so it made me a hover parent. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's good.
You just can't ever be too
nothing
careful.
happened. She got 10 fingers, 10 toes, and she's still alive. So.
Yeah. But I just wanted to get it out there because it kind of touched home with him being autistic, and I haven't seen any videos made on him.
How long has he been missing now?
Since September 10th.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and even the whole town, like I was just reading an article, October 10th, I think it was, or no, yeah, like a month later, the whole town was out at the police station, like, give us more information, you need to cover this more, like, what's going on, this story isn't getting enough traction, we don't have enough information, and I agree,
so
nobody's talking about it.
They've been dredging the lake and stuff like that, then the
yep.
kids...
And one diver even said that he's like 95% sure the kid's not in the water, but you can't be that sure with it being that murky and him loving water that much.
For Kylie Rodney, and she was right there. You could damn near see the car.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
yeah, I just wanted to put that name out there with all the traction you get, and hopefully he gets some more traction on his name.
Yeah, for sure. I'll look a little more into it. That sounds like a crazy story. And yeah, I'll check out a little bit.
And
I'm sorry to hear about the little baby Levi. That's the lady starved to death. And it's the worst thing is when the people you love and is supposed to care for you, they're the ones that take your life.
I swear, there should be like some kind of little mental test moms have to pass to take your baby home.
I don't
like
know.
If they're gonna go so far.
I came from a crazy ass dysfunctional family, and I'm I came out okay. That's all I can say.
Like nowadays,
luckily
they walk down to your car to make sure you have a car seat. Okay, you're gonna make sure we have a car seat, but you're not gonna make sure that the parent is mentally stable enough to take that kid home in that car seat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They need. Yeah.
So look, I appreciate you calling in. And like I said,
problem.
I'll look a little more into that story and I'll share some stuff on it.
Oh, I'd appreciate that so much.
All right.
All right, Dolly.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Wow, man. That's what I'm saying. Don't take your eyes off your kids. You can't do it. Especially not in public. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm good, Dolly. I actually wanted to ask you something and see. I was listening and just heard you mention, about the other child that's missing there. But you have a case that's rather close to you, very close to the Virginia border here in Kentucky, and I don't know if you know about her or not, but her name's Candy Gonzalez.
Candy Gonzalez.
Very good friend of mine.
Uh-huh.
So Dolly, she went missing back in the summer of 21. I'm going to give you just a little bit of background here for a second.
Okay.
And try not to cry on you at the same time. So she was dating the sheriff's son. So there's law enforcement involvement here. She randomly went missing. We have a video of the doorbell when she was last seen going through a neighbor's yard. But a lot of us in the community, most of us, fully believe that they've done something with her.
Uh-huh. Because she's tied to the sheriff's son?
Yeah.
Oh,
so the sheriff called off all searches. They did 3 days of searches and called it off, and nobody's ever looked for her. Dolly, her mother, Betty Dixon, God love her heart, because I do not know how she's raising Candy's son right now and still not having any answers. I feel for her so bad. I would love to see you pull her up on a video one day. I would absolutely love to see you just do a stream on her.
Okay. And I hate messing with law enforcement. I hate messing with law
I
enforcement.
know.
Bad
well,
stuff happens to people that mess with law enforcement.
Now.
Huh? Is he still the sheriff now?
Ex-sheriff. Nope, ex-sheriff.
He's the ex-sheriff. So that means his underscore is the sheriff now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That means his right-hand man is the sheriff.
Well, it's funny. He got pulled out of office due to drunk driving in another county, and they couldn't deny it this time. So he lost his position.
And his son was dating your friend?
Yeah. Yeah. And he's known for domestic violence without having any better words to say that right now. multiple reports against him for domestic violence.
Huh.
I literally lived.
And what did they
down the
determine?
road.
They just said she just went missing one night. She just vanished. Was there
Went
anything
missing
leading up
during
to
the
it?
day. Walked into 3 inches of water, Dolly, and disappeared.
Say that one more time.
She walked into 3 inches of water, a little, very tiny stream. It was well, you know how it is. Kentucky and Virginia has, natural springs.
Uh-huh.
She walked into a 3-inch stream and disappeared.
And that's the last she was seen?
Yep.
How
Last
did they
moment
know she
was
walked
seen.
into a 3-inch stream? What was she seen on camera or somebody?
Yep. So the homeowner actually came outside. They have a YouTube video of it, actually. She came outside, and the homeowner asked her, said, "What are you doing in my yard?" She was frantic, begging them to call her mom.
I
She told her,
seen
she said,
it.
"Listen, I'll call your mom." She said, "But you're going to have to talk to me."
And she
Well,
ran.
She panicked. Yep. And when she went in that stream, she never came out.
I seen that. Did they got alligators?
Dolly, I live 3 doors down from them.
You live 3 doors down from where that stream is where the girl disappeared.
Yep.
And she's never...
I grew
Have
up
you
in
been
Kansas.
out there searching?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the whole community. Listen, for a year, Dolly, we were out in the mountains every day. She was in a pink one-suit romper. We've searched. We've hired people to bring in cadaver dogs.
Huh.
We can't find her. I would
I seen
love...
the
and
video
like
of
I
the
said,
lady
it's
in the
been over a
backyard
year.
and the lady confronted her.
Yeah. Yeah, that was her. That was Candy.
Wow.
And you're so close to her. I mean, area-wise, you're so close to being able to maybe get some traction on that.
And you're in Kentucky?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right on the Virginia border.
I've
I'm
seen-
literally...
You're right on the Virginia border, Virginia and Kentucky.
Yeah.
So you're about, what do you think, you're about 6 hours from me?
Yeah, about
I
that.
mean, I'm not going to be far from there when I'm out for Summer Wells. Maybe I can swing through.
Yeah, I would love to see you do it.
You know,
And I know Mom would absolutely love to get some kind of attention on this. She just wants to have answers.
It's similar to the girl in Florida that just walked off into the creek and they think alligators ate her. But y'all don't got no alligators there.
No,
And
there's
she,
no
and she
alligators
never
here.
washed up anywhere.
Nope.
But
And
what?
for those asking guys in chat about her name, I'm going to put it in real quick. I'm under Eastern Kentucky right now.
Why was she
There's her
flipping
name.
out like that, though? Do you know?
So he had been feeding her all kinds of stuff that morning. We have video of that from an RV. The neighbors that were at a campground said that he had gave her all kinds of stuff, said that she was falling out of the camper. They don't know if we're fairly certain drugs had got involved. And she'd been picked up once before on possession of marijuana because it's not legal here.
Yeah, but she might have been.
That's beside the
Weed
point.
don't make you do that.
Right. Weed doesn't make your legs not work anymore.
Yeah, she seemed like she might have been tripping.
Yeah.
Like she's on some hallucinogenics or something.
Yeah. And it's absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, she's got a baby.
Yeah. Wow, man. I remember seeing the video of the girl and the neighbor came out and it was in the backyard and there was like a little creek or something.
Yep.
And that creek you say only has 3 inches of water in it.
3 inches of water when she walks in.
Now, where does that creek lead? Does it lead to a river? Does it lead to a...
So that creek goes out to the Big Sandy, but it goes through 3 more rivers, 3 more very small streams before it gets to the actual river.
Uh-huh.
It goes to the Big Sandy, and then it goes out into the Kentucky-Ohio River.
Yeah, but when she ran all the way out to the damn river and then drowned in the river,
Not
that
that
would be
far.
crazy.
I mean, Dolly, she would have had to have ran for hours to get to the actual river.
Oh. So let's just say she was on drugs, okay? She runs off into the wilderness. At some point, she's going to sober up. Even hallucinogenics only last 24 hours. So, yeah, I don't know. Look, now, I share this story with you. I was in a band. Everybody knows I've been in a band for years before I started the YouTube thing. I have a guitarist named Russ. I've never known him to do drugs. right? He kind of reminded me of Stone Cold Steve Austin. One night he went off with these two girls and he ate some LSD, some acid with them. Okay, and they were camping. All of a sudden, they said Russ gets naked, rips a hole in the tent, runs out, jumps in his truck, and starts trying to back out and starts hitting trees in his new truck. Like barely hitting, but bumping the trees. And he takes off. You know, my first thing is, why didn't y'all stop him? If y'all know he's on drugs and you know he's hallucinating and y'all are all tripping together as a little group, why didn't you stop him from doing that? Was my first thought. But anyway, he ends up at his girlfriend's house, this girl that he has a child with, and he's butt naked. He's tripping out of his mind, right? He comes into her house, and they get him some clothes, they get him dressed, and he keeps saying that he's wrecked his new truck. I've wrecked my new truck, and he's crying because he's wrecked his truck. So she gets him dressed. She gets him into her room, tells him to lay down, which I don't know what good that's supposed to do if he's sitting there tripping on acid or something.
Right.
Her and her dad go find the truck, and the truck is parked in a medium, and it's not wrecked. It's just parked in the medium. So they come back to the house, and Russ is gone. Okay? He had took all the clothes off again. They're on the floor. So he's naked, and he's gone. My phone starts ringing in the middle of the night, and it's his baby's mama, and she's frantic. She's like, Jimmy, have you seen Russ? And she starts telling me what's going on. He's on drugs. And I'm like, what do you mean he's on drugs? I've toured the country with this guy. I ain't never seen him even hit a joint. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, he's on drugs. And I was like, she's like, if you see him, please call me. You know, and she started telling me what was going on. Russ walked out her back door, walked into the woods, shot himself in the head. Yeah, he died that night. He killed himself. Didn't do drugs. He did some. I hate them people he was with. Them two girls were my friends. The girls that did the drugs with him, I've never talked to them since. Never. Not one time.
Yeah, that's so terrifying too. That people. I mean, you know, and I think about Candy with that because she was so conservative with everything she ever did. You know, weed's the only thing I'd ever seen her do. And then when she got with the sheriff's son, she did start, you know, into pills and things like that. And that's when the pills were coming through what we call the Florida pipeline. They were just being fed into this part of the country because everybody was going down there and picking up scripts. And I mean, Dolly, I just can't, like, girl, and guys, for those of you that don't know this area, you know, we grew up in the mountains. This is a girl who easily could have figured out a way to get shelter. She knew what to do.
Yeah. Well, look, I appreciate you calling because I got to get ready to get up out of here.
I appreciate it.
I got to make it quick because I'm supposed to get up with my kid today. And somebody said, Dolly, what, you supposed to call your daughter? I'm like, yeah, I was. So I got to get ready to get up out of here.
I appreciate it, Dolly. Thank you so much.
All right. You have a good one.
Bye.
That is a sad case. Yeah. And like I said, Russ was my guitarist for years, you know, and he didn't do drugs or nothing like that. And then that one time, that's all it took. He ended up taking his own life, you know. So, yeah, it's sad. And I don't know what influence. It seemed like that girl was kind of tripped out of her mind. It ran off into that creek like that. I watched the video. It's been a while. I had to go back and refresh my memory. But it don't take but that one time to lose your shit and do something horrible to yourself, not thinking. He just wasn't right in the head because he was under the influence. And the hell if I know where he got a gun at. You know what I'm saying? I think he might have had it in his truck. He was kind of a redneck guy anyway. You know what I'm saying? And he had just had a kid. He had just got a promotion at his job. He had a good job. He had just bought the truck. You know, him and that girl, I don't want to give her name. They were about to get married. She's a super sweet girl. She actually went on tour with us most of the time, too. So I knew her really well. So it really sucked to see her go through that. But he did leave a kid behind, which is a good thing. You know, there's a little Russ out there. His name ain't Russ, but there is a little Russ out there. So his little legacy carries on. You know what I'm saying? And he was a really good dude. That's what made me so mad at the people because I was like, man, they done talked him into this somehow. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't one out. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the road with him. I've slept in van with him beside me. You know what I'm saying? And I just, you know, I've seen people do drugs and him never even think about doing it. And to hear that, he's flipped out, he's on drugs, I was like, what the hell? But it kind of seems like whatever's going on with this girl involves some drugs. So could she be out there laying there somewhere and they just overlooked her? I don't know. That's why I stay away from hallucinogenics. Right? Stick with weed. It'll never have you running off into a creek. Okay? You'll be too lazy. You'll be like, man, fuck that creek. I'd had to get up. I had to get dressed for the creek. I don't feel like doing that, right? That's why I stick with the blunts. I ain't ran off in the creek yet. You don't want to end up like Billy Jawbone with your whole face moving. It's like your face is doing an aerobic workout. You know what I'm saying? While you sitting there. It's like your damn jawbone is running track and field while your face is just chilling. You don't want that. You don't want to eat no acid or some shrooms and run off in a lake and feed yourself to alligators. I mean, I've been seeing it all since I've been in true crime. And I don't know. But at the same time, you just don't vanish either. You got to be somewhere. And they said they've had all the locals searching them streams and things of that nature. But the girl hasn't turned up. I don't know. That just sounds bad. And when you see, I don't know if y'all have seen the video. Maybe later when I come back, I will play the video. I'll pull it up and play it for you guys. Because it's pretty strange. Because the neighbor did come out and confront the lady, but she runs off. So it really wasn't nothing the neighbor could do. She was just like, hey. You know, and she's screaming something about her mama. And then she just takes off and runs. It's strange. And the lady's just recording her. So that's a strange disappearance. But stay off of drugs, people. And if somebody drugged her, you know, like according to her, you know, she believes she may have been drugged or something like that. That's even worse. Please come back later, Dolly. I'm going to come back later. I'll probably be coming back just to do some packing and shipping of the Dolly soap tonight. Okay? So I may be back doing that, right? Because that's what I'm going to spend my evening doing. I got to get a few things. Plus, I think a lot of my Amazon stuff has been delivered because I was short on some shirts. So I ordered a bunch of new small shirts, mediums, larges, extra larges, 2Xs. And then all my stuff I need to make the rest of my soap for the Christmas soap, because Dolly got 2 new Christmas soaps coming out. One scent is Christmas Wish. Smells just like Christmas, right? And the other one is like a sugar cookie. Another Christmas one. So I'm putting out them 2 for Christmas. Dolly soap is the best soap in the game. I don't care what anybody says. It's better than Dove. Don't sue me, Dove. Okay? Allegedly. It's better. So if you got dry skin, it's all natural soaps with like shea butter, olive oil, honey, oatmeal, shea butter, and some secret ingredients and a whole lot of Dolly love, which makes it the best soap in the damn game. All right? I'm taking over the soap world. And plus, it helps finance the things we do here at Dolly. You know, just like Fight Club. We finance Dolly Vision through the sale of Dolly soap. Okay? So buy some damn soap, people. But not yet. I got to get it all ready. And I got to get it all made. And then we're going to have our Christmas soap. It'll be available on the 2nd, I believe. The 2nd, we'll have it ready. And then as long as you get your order in by the 5th, we will have your soap to you before Christmas. All right, so you can give it away as Christmas gifts. You can wash your ass with it. You know what I'm saying? And be Christmas. It just spreads joy, right? The Christmas soap is joy. The secret ingredients is a little bit of joy. I sprinkle it in there. A little bit of joy. So when you wash your ass with it, you happy. So these holidays, you won't be old Grinch or Scrooge McDuck. You'll hit some Dolly soap with a little bit of joy in it. You're going to be a happy camper, okay? Your family's going to be happy. You're going to be happy. You ain't going to stink, and your ass is going to be clean. Tell me that ain't a win all day long, baby. So anyway, Dolly loves you. Make sure you like this video. I will see you guys later this evening for Dolly Vision. Or I'll see you packing when I'm like doing soap orders or something like that. But I'll be back. It'll probably just be chill, not taking phone calls. But I will have the panel up like I always do when I'm doing orders and doing stuff around the office. I always stream it. But I let everybody else just kind of run the show. All my turtles, y'all kind of get up there on the panel and do everything. And I just kind of hang out with y'all. So it'll probably be a little bit of that tonight. But it's always good times. It's really chill, right? Conversations go all over the place. So if you just like general conversation mixed with a little bit of true crime, it's actually a pretty good chill spot, you know? But I will see you guys in a little bit. You be good. Be safe. Look under your bed. The boogeyman is real, okay? Bad people out there everywhere. Lock your doors. Dolly, see you soon. Peace.